It's game time on The Score, the place for local winter high school sports. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dog fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner. HammondLumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 201 Service Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Flagship cinemas, consistent pricing, and a premium cinema experience. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan. From sales of computers and accessories to service, we're your go-to computer store. Heights Chevrolet. Our family is here for your family. Connected Credit Union. Building lifelong relationships. Get connected. Stay connected. KVFCU. Invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. KMD Driving School in Oakland. Teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. Kennebec Eye Care. 216 Main Street, Waterville. Your sight specialist. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, second generation family owned in Herman and Pittsfield, with all your grocery and shopping needs. And by SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. Now let's go live to Mike Violet and AJ Knight.
On a Monday, December 23rd afternoon at Folsom Gym in Fairfield and in Fairfield, Maine, when it's 20 degrees outside, what to do? Well, take in a couple of high school basketball games, whether you're here live or whether you're with us live here on The Score. And it is a doubleheader, a matinee doubleheader today here at Folsom Gym. The Nokomis Warriors in town to take on the Lawrence Bulldogs. I'm Mike Violet, he's AJ Knight. We are blessed by the return of the mayor of Newport. Nokomis' own Ryan Bell is with us. Alan is with us as well.
Who'll be impartial. He said he'd be impartial.
He's going to be an impartial cameraman shooting our video this afternoon. Glad to have Ryan back. He's in Syracuse at grad school, and then the next stop, presumably ESPN or ABC or Fox Sports or something like that. Enough about Mr. Bell. We'll talk more about him and actually hear from him later on. Let's talk about these two teams, and let's start off by talking about a team that, well, a lot of people talk about, and that's the undefeated Lawrence Bulldogs, who are 5-0. They've had one relatively close game. That was a 9-point game that they won over Oxford Hills on the road, 62-53. And, AJ, they carry a burden with them, not of being undefeated, but of being the team that everybody thinks is going to win it.
Yeah, I mean, you know you're going to get everybody best shot. They ran roughshod on most of the league last year. Obviously didn't get done what they wanted to as they get upset by Coney in the region finals. And it's interesting, this matchup, because of an injury, which we'll get to on Nokomis. They play a style that I think last year would have been really interesting to see how Lawrence handles, and I think could have potentially been the formula to beat them. This year, though, I expect the team that brought back almost everybody, as we've talked about with Lawrence, to be much more mature and be able to handle it. Though we'll see. I mean, again, high school kids are high school kids when it comes to being patient.
Kyle Peavy's Nokomis Warriors, really good ball club. The injury you mentioned is to Danica Migliori, out until January with an ankle injury. She had been averaging 16 points or so per game in the preseason, a really important part of what they do a senior, so she is out. But Nokomis bolstered by the return of Reagan King. There's always a king on a Nokomis roster.
Facts.
And Reagan King is healthy. She wears number 4 for the Warriors. She's pretty much an 18 to 20 point scorer, AJ. And when you get 18 to 20 back in your lineup after basically missing the whole year last year, it's only going to make you better. She's a really good athlete, as we know, in many sports.
Yeah, 100%. I think last year she played some down the stretch. You could tell just wasn't super comfortable. So it was more so just trying to get her back into shape for spring and going forward. So big return. Obviously, star on the softball field, as we saw in the spring season. And it's interesting that one of the reasons, so to get into that, the injury, one of the things that's changed is full strength. Nokomis coaching staff talked about they think they could run and gun with Lawrence a little bit. Without Migliori, they've slowed it down, and you can tell by their scoring. Just looking at Nokomis, they average about 45 points per game. They've only scored more than 48 once, but what they do is they really slow down the pace, really grind it down to a halt, which I think last year would have been one of the ways to potentially beat Lawrence if you could frustrate them and potentially make them prove they can be a patient and efficient team. This year, though, again, I think a year after a heartbreak for Lawrence not getting done what they wanted to and being able to mature and everybody coming back better, I would think it would more so frustrate them until they figure it out, but we'll see. Again, it's the holidays. High school kids are high school kids.
Yeah, and this game is not on the original schedule. It's a game that was scheduled about 10 days ago, but we had some weather midweek. They canceled it on a Tuesday, then they canceled it again on a Wednesday. So this was supposed to have been an off day, so that's why it's being played today, canceled twice. And as far as the styles are concerned, it would have been interesting to see a team try to outrun and outgun at Lawrence. I don't think it matters to Lawrence what style that the other team plays. I think they'll play however they have to play, and if you want to get Lawrence into a half-court game, I think they can play that very well.
That's why I say I think last year would have been much more effective when you had the inexperience you had, and I think you could have potentially made them kind of rev up their own engine and make some mistakes. This year I don't know that it'll work because I'm with you. Obviously, talk about Provost. You got the double-headed monster down low that will be key for Nokomis. You want to grind the game to a halt, you have to rebound because we know Lawrence with Morrison and Gray, they get boards, they outlet, they're on the run. And then obviously last time we were here, Ashley Shores had a monster game. I just think they're too deep, too diverse, and I think they've matured since last year.
Ashley Shores was our flagship Cinemas score player of the game last time around. We'll see what happens here this afternoon. Get a quick break. We'll come back, starting lineups and more from Fairfield and Folsom Gym right after this on The Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, our Score crew back here live at Folsom Gym in Fairfield for a double dip of afternoon basketball here today at Folsom Gymnasium. Nokomis Warriors and Lawrence Bulldogs. The girls will get things started. Here's the starting lineup for Kyle Peavy's ball club. Again, emphasizing that Danica Migliori, their senior, is out until January, so she is not in the starting lineup. Abby Bradstreet is a freshman, and they have high hopes for her. She has been a dynamic addition to this team, and she'll start at the point. So Abby Bradstreet starts at the point. The rest of the starting lineup, Reagan King back in there, King, a junior. Elia Drummond, after not playing last year, is back playing this year, and they're delighted to have her back. She'll be in the starting lineup along with Bradstreet. Then it's Briley Bolya, a junior, and Addison Hawthorne is a senior, the starting lineup for Kyle Peavy. So again, it is Drummond, King, Bradstreet, Bolya, and Hawthorne for Kyle Peavy and the Nokomis Warriors. For the 5-0 Lawrence Bulldogs, they'll go this way. Maddie Provost starts at the point. Provost, a 5'7 junior. The off guard, Ella Minahan, also 5'7. She's a senior. Up front, it's Ashley Shores, the 5'8 junior, along with Nadia Morrison, the two big, 6 feet and a senior, and Lily Gray, 6 feet and a senior. So again, Provost, Minahan, Shores, Morrison, and Gray for Greg Chesley and the Lawrence Bulldogs. It's game one of our double dip from Folsom Gym in Fairfield. The Nokomis Lawrence girls get after it right after this on Sports Radio 1160, WSKW, The Score.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a biweekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
From the moment you check in at Kennebec Eye Care, you'll be greeted with a smile. From there, you'll be given a comprehensive and thorough eye exam from Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobeck, or Dr. Kaylee Brown. Once your examination is completed, they'll go over what steps need to be taken to improve your eyesight needs with glasses or contacts. If you're a current patient or looking to become a new patient, then see the eye specialists at Kennebec Eye Care. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists since 1955.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
At Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, they're proud to be a second-generation family-owned grocery store with locations in Herman and Pittsfield. They focus on providing fresh produce, high-quality meats, delicious bakery items, and a well-stocked deli. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket cuts and grinds fresh meat daily, and they offer Maine lobsters year-round. They also bake fresh bread, pastries, and other sweet treats every single morning. For added convenience, online shopping is available at their Herman location with contactless curbside pickup ready in as little as 2 hours. Come discover Danforth's Down Home Supermarket.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. So, the notes that we had that I got from Coach Kyle Peavy were for the game that was originally scheduled about 10 days ago. So, as we were out for break and they introduced the starting lineup, we noticed that number 12 not only was dressed, but was in the starting lineup. Number 12 is Danica Migliori. So, they're at full strength. So, Migliori starts for Hawthorne. Migliori, number 12, you'll see her right ankle is taped up, and it is wrapped up, and so it will be Drummond on the tip here with Lily Gray, Elia Drummond, and it's won easily by Gray. So Migliori's in the starting lineup, so they're at full strength. And here is Provost. They go down low. The shot is up. It does not go, but Ashley Shores is going to the line. So Danica Migliori back in there, averages about 16 points a game, and is a really, really good ball handler. So she is in the lineup. And Shores is at the line, where she is usually a sure thing, and she hits.
And Shores guarded by Migliori, went right against her, ended up picking up the foul on Bayou, but curious to see how that goes, that matchup goes.
Second one by Ashley is good, and it's 2-0. Here's Nokomis. Up the right side, it's Bradstreet, the freshman. Lawrence playing, as usual, man defense. The stop, the pop by King is way off. Rebound is cleared by Minahan. Out of the shoot, kicks it over. Goes over in the left side. Provost picks up a loose ball. Back to Shores. Shores for 3. Bang. Man, she's got a pretty shot, doesn't she?
Doesn't take long. Doesn't take long for her to get it up in the air either.
5-0 Lawrence. It is Bradstreet handing it off. And it's tipped away, but it's tipped right back, and it's picked up by Nokomis, and it's Bradstreet with it. Now driving Migliori. Migliori shovels to Bradstreet or to Drummond. That ball out of bounds off Bradstreet, and it's going to go to Nokomis.
And again, talked about it. We've been here already once this season. Today, I can tell you 100% much louder than it was last time we were here.
Here is Minahan. The decibel level usually high at Folsom Gym. On the pop out, it's Gray. Inside, the turnaround by Morrison, no good. Rebound Minahan. Minahan tries to go up and never got the shot off, and it went out off her. I think it went out off her thigh. And it will be a Nokomis ball. Pressure in the backcourt by Lawrence, a 2-2-1. Back it goes to King. King over to Migliori. Migliori tipped, and Bradstreet comes away with it. And she is over and back. Didn't realize quite where she was. That was a tough spot for the youngster. And a timeout is called here, I believe, by Kyle Peavy and Nokomis. So they take time with 6:43. Probably a good idea, because even though I think Nokomis wants to play fast, it's a little bit too fast for him right now.
Well, you saw there, like you said, Bradstreet gets credit for that turnover there, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Freshman catches it pinned against the half-court line trying to do something with it, but that's the problem with this place is obviously it's already tough to win in this gym, and you're going against, I think, prohibitively the favorite to win the state championship. It's a tough matchup.
Lawrence's ball, Ashley Shores to inbound it. Shores into Minahan. Minahan, foul line left to Morrison. Down low looking for Gray. It was tipped. She gets it back to Morrison. Morrison over to Provost. Lines up the 3 ball. Bang. And it's already 8-0, and it's already trouble for Nokomis.
They just moved the ball so well.
Here's Bradstreet down the right side, shut off on the sideline by Provost. Picks up the dribble. On the pop out, it's Migliori. Migliori looked like she wanted a three. Couldn't get it off. Coming out is Bradstreet. Right side, it's Briley Bolya. Bolya trying to kick it back. Intercepted by Shores. Shores lead for Provost. Provost lays it over, under, up, and in by Minahan. And it's 10-0. It's an avalanche of Lawrence so far. Here's King. King works it to the left. On the sideline there to Bolya. Bolya back to the top. Hands it off to Migliori. Migliori drives, goes in. The runner, no. Rebound out to the foul line to Gray. Here goes Lawrence on the fly to Provost. Left-handed up and in. It's 12-0. And now a full, 30-second timeout again by Kyle Peavy. And AJ, you got to.
Well, he subscribes to the Mike Violet philosophy, which is you try to stop a run before it gets going. He tried to stop it at 5-0. Unfortunately, it kept going, and now it's 12-0.
So 2 timeouts so far by Nokomis, both in my mind necessary. It's amazing because we often criticize coaches for taking timeouts at inopportune times. Kyle Peavy had to take these timeouts at 5-0 and now 12-0. And he's taken 2 timeouts in 2:23, and he had to take them.
I'm with you. I think as much as anything, especially the way that you give up the rebound and a quick, fast break, Provost out ahead of everyone. Can't let that. And then before that, you just throw it away under your own basket, and it's a quick layup the other way. Just try to calm them down.
Here's Bradstreet in the back. Immediately trouble over there. Migliori, nice fake. Migliori whips it ahead. Here's Bolya. Back to King. King blocked and a foul called on Morrison.
Take a look at the Mid-State Machine instant replay. There's a lot of ball, if you ask me.
That could have been a let go.
I think you maybe argue the lower body contact, but I'm with you. I think that's just a let go.
All right, at the line, King trying to get Nokomis on the board, and she missed. One more for Reagan, one of the fine athletes at Nokomis High School. She can do it all. Second one is short. Rebound hauled down by Morrison, so she missed them both. Minahan quickly ahead to Shores. Lawrence playing fast. Minahan stops and pops for 3. Rolls off. Rimmed out. Shores. Loose ball to Minahan. Minahan gets the give and go. Throws it long. Rebound Shores. Another offensive board. Shores lines up the 3. Short. That one's going to make it out of bounds. Should go to Nokomis and does. But Lawrence, way too many offensive rebounds if you're Nokomis.
Yeah, no matter how Nokomis wants to play, whether they still want to play that slow it down tempo that they had been doing without Migliori, or they want to run now that they're back at full strength, you got to get boards.
Lawrence backs off. And here is Bradstreet. Bradstreet on the right to Migliori. Migliori to the top now to Bolya. 12-0 Lawrence on the weave to King. King kicks it foul line left extended to Bradstreet. Bradstreet can't go anywhere. Provost all over her. She got the baseline. A lot of contact there. No foul called. Drummond with the loose ball. They whip it around. A 3 by King. On the way short. Rebound weak side. Drummond no. It's comes down the distance to Morrison. Now to Shores ahead for Provost. Bullet pass trying to go through the lane there to Minahan. Nice idea by Maddie Provost. Just didn't make it through. Melanie Pellerin will come in for Lawrence. She'll come in for Nadia Morrison. Taylor. Melanie's her mom. She'll appreciate that when she hears it. That one out of bounds should be Nokomis, and it is. It didn't touch anybody. So Provost trying to go down low, and it goes out. So it is Nokomis' ball. Here's Bradstreet. Bradstreet, a freshman, to Migliori. Migliori right to left. Lays it over to Drummond. Can't use it. Outside 3 ball. Bradstreet, no. Deep rebound. Boxed around. Bradstreet comes away with it. Knifes inside. Lays it in. Oh, nice move by the freshman. Bradstreet with a layup, and it's 12-2. Minahan steps back. Launches. No good. Shores her 3rd offensive rebound. The putback is good. And it's 14-2. Here's King. Over to Migliori. Migliori trying to go on Minahan. Decides not to. Now to Bolya. Briley Bolya. Backs it out. Drummond trying to go around to get open there. Migliore stops, goes. Drummond whips it left side. Bradstreet with the drive. Under, up, and in! That's 2 in a row for Bradstreet. Boy, she is impressive. 14-4.
Credit the freshman.
It's down to 10. 3:10 to go in the first. Here is Provost. Provost stops foul line right. Cross court. Minahan wide open. 3 ball. No. Rebound boxed around King. It's out of bounds off King. Coming into the game, Addie Hawthorne, a senior. Another really good athlete.
Who was starting while Migliore was out.
Good field hockey player. Provost outside. Shores down on the box to Gray. Gray turns up, in, count it, and 1. 16-4 pending the free throw.
And again, it's just the challenge with this Lawrence team, especially with the starting 5. Pick your poison.
Nadia Morrison's going to come back in for Lily Gray if it's a made free throw here. 16-4. Gray, the lefty, on the way. Got it. 17-4. She'll check out. And Morrison, another 6-footer, will come back in.
The other thing, we talked about it a lot, obviously, in our last game, Mike, against Winslow, but I haven't mentioned it. Morrison and Gray also hit their free throws as bigs.
Oh, it's huge. It's another weapon that you don't think about that much,
yes,
but it really is a big deal when you're at the line that much. Bolya for 3, nails it! Briley Bolya from the right corner, and it's 17-7. Nokomis getting its legs under them. Provost way over to Minahan. Minahan to the basket, under, up, won't go. She missed the square a little bit, but she's going to the line. Today's game brought to you by Central Maine Community College, more than just a community college. With over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now at CMCC. The first one is good, 18-7. Migliore back in, and Briley Bolya is out.
She picked up her second. She hits that 3 and then picked up her second foul.
One more for Ella Minahan. Got it. Lawrence, so good at the line. 19-7, 2.5 to go in the first. Here's Bradstreet. Bradstreet to King. Cutting through Drummond on the elbow. Whips it right corner, Hawthorne. Hawthorne hands to Migliore. Migliore drifts back out, foul line right to the top to King. Swirls around. King baseline, knocked away, and it's off King. Taylor Pellerin knocked it away and then knocked it off King. It'll go to Lawrence. In for the Bulldogs is Lawyerson.
Who's a gunner.
She is. And out is Ella Minahan. I don't think she's ever met a shot she didn't like. Provost, bullet pass down low for Morrison. Morrison tied up. That's a good play. Reagan King. It's going to stay with, no, it's going to go to Nokomis. My bad, they had the error.
Credit King again. I got say Provost putting the ball in harm's way here a little early, Mike. That one, not a ton of space there, and a heads-up play by King to collapse quickly.
Yeah, it's a tough hole to fit it through, you know?
Yeah.
Not much there to throw at. I mean, sometimes it's like trying to get the ball through a car wash without getting it wet. That is Drummond outside King, a 3-ball short rebound flying through there. Nadia Morrison. Morrison outlets to Provost. Provost on the go. Provost stops. There's a bullet down low to Pellerin. Can't use it. Not a great pass there, trying to get it to Morrison in traffic. And it's tipped and stolen. Back is Migliore. 19-7 with a minute and a half to go, and a foul outside by Lawyerson. Lawyerson's a 5'4" sophomore. And coming in for the Bulldogs, Peyton Cole. Peyton 5'8" junior. She'll come in for Taylor Pellerin.
That last possession, Mike, I think you saw Lawrence being a little bit too unselfish. Shores was trailing the play, and Provost could have just gone right to her for the 3.
I agree. Outside Migliore. 19-7. Migliore goes through traffic, loses the ball, then it's tied up. We're going to get a foul or a held ball? Going to get a foul.
Reach in there. You're going to see kind of a bailout call for Migliore. She dribbled into a lot of traffic.
That's Lawyerson. She's already got 2. Putting it into play is Abby Bradstreet. Looks, Migliore right side to the elbow to Hawthorne. Hawthorne turns. Now almost got tied up. Elbows flying around, and we're going to get an offensive foul.
I think it's going to go. It gets a little bit late here, but you see on the mid-state machine, Lorison hits the deck, and I think that's who ends up picking up or drawing the foul, excuse me.
Lawrence ball, minute 10 to go. Sloppy play here the last couple of minutes on both sides. Provost with a pass that, again, trying to do too much.
And a miscommunication because I think she was expecting Shores to cut, and she didn't. It just got deflected out of bounds.
Shores will put it into play. Bulldogs by 12, 19-7. Into Lawyerson to Provost. Provost top of the circle. On the left elbow to Morrison, nothing there. Over to Shores. Shores steps back, launches a three, no. Rebound, she followed her up. Her fourth offensive rebound, but a bad stick back. And the rebound to King. King rifles it to Drummond. Outside, that's a travel on Bradstreet.
I say, Mike, game started out 12-0. They've played him even here down the stretch. Problem is for Nokomis, playing even when you give up bottom 12 ain't going to do you any favors, and 7 first-quarter turnovers ain't going to do you favors either.
No, Provost's going to sit out for the last 45 seconds. Taylor Pellerin comes in. Taylor gets it back from Shores. Shores, foul line left. Lobs it on the box now to Morrison. Morrison over, and Lawyerson able to retrieve that loose basketball. Tries it again and gets fouled out on the baseline there by Reagan King.
And that bailout there for Lawyerson, because King, I think, getting aggressive. If you just wall up there, you've got her trapped on the baseline.
She's much taller.
Yeah.
Instead, Lawyerson's going to the line.
And a break, too, because this Lawrence offense has been discombobulated the last few possessions.
Very choppy in the second half of the first quarter. Lawyerson. Rolled out.
That's supposed to happen on the home rims, I believe.
Is that their first miss from the line?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, they were 5 for 5 to start.
One more for Lawyerson, and we got a lane violation. No basket. It's a lane violation on Lawrence, so take it off the board. And it'll hang at 19-7. 30 seconds to go. Bradstreet looking it over. Bradstreet over the timeline. Picked up by Pellerin. Hands it off to King. Clock at 15. King on the weave to Bradstreet. Bradstreet a stutter step, trying to go on Shores. Shores tied her up and fouled her. They count that?
I think so. Where he called the foul, I think it was right before she shot. You see right there on the mid-state machine, she was pretty much getting in her shooting motion.
All right, so counted in one. 19-9, foul on Shores. And like I always say, if you're going to foul them, make sure they don't score. Shot is good. 19-10. It's down to single digits with 10 seconds. Lawyerson over to Shores. I'm sure they want her to shoot it. She's not going to. To Cole. 3, 2. Cole's runner no good, and that'll end the first quarter. So a recovery of sorts by Nokomis. They have it down to 9. It was 12-0. Score at the end of one in Fairfield is Lawrence 19 and Nokomis 10. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on The Score.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades. And Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts. So your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Our first quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. 12-0 to start it off for the Lawrence Bulldogs, but a recovery of sorts by Nokomis. They played well after it was 12-0 as they outscored Lawrence 10-9. So our first quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. So the breakdown is Nokomis a bit of a recovery. They got to keep it trucking, though. It'll be a Lawrence ball. Minahan into Provost, who got a 45-second rest at the end of the quarter. It's been quiet so far. And another bad pass. I think it was intended for Morrison over her head.
I credit Nokomis' perimeter defense. I think they're challenging Lawrence a little bit more than they expected, so they're just trying to dump it in low, and it's just not working.
Yeah, there's a bad pass, though, by Nokomis. Cole steals. Cole goes in. Cole gets fouled, and Cole is going to the line. 2 shots here for Peyton Cole. coming off a very good field hockey season. 19-10. Cole will shoot 2. The foul was on Kirsten Condon, who's in the game. Or was it? No, it was on Bradstreet. I'll take that back. Shot is good. 20-10. First foul on Bradstreet. Second one by Cole, off. And we've got a foul, I guess, on Nadia Morrison. Hit it? Nope.
I thought he said push, didn't he?
Yeah. It was 33. It was Lily Gray.
Lily Gray.
Okay, so Gray. Whoop, there's a pass. Migliori didn't know it was coming. Migliori throws it away. Boy, we've seen some odd passes today by two good basketball teams.
Yeah, it really, Lawrence, I think, flustering an opposing team, not so surprising. The other, Nokomis' defense, credit to him, I think, is being able to match them thus far.
Here's Provost on the drive, under, up and in! A dipsy-do move by Maddie Provost, and she finished it off with an and one.
Put that
Great
up.
Ball handling there.
Say, put that up for possible play of the year, excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Provost with one more. Foul was on King. It's good. 23-10. This is the largest lead of the game. Back in for Nokomis, Briley Bolya, a junior. Bradstreet into Migliori. Migliori traveled.
And this is what Nokomis can't have. You want to keep pace with them and slowly chip away. That's how I think you get back into it. The problem is you have these stretches where you go quiet, Lawrence offense can explode. Next thing you know, it's a 10-point run.
Provost to put it into play. Lobs it out front to Morrison. Back to Provost. Provost baseline. Stops and fires. Got it. Tough shot.
Yes, it was.
Maddie Provost. It's up to 15, 25-10. Here's Migliori. Migliori at the foul line. Nice spin move. Nothing there. Over to Elia Drummond. Back up top to Hawthorne. Hawthorne backs it out. 1 minute gone in the second. And Lawrence has run the lead up to 15. Stopping, popping. Elbow jump shot is good. That freshman is a keeper, I'm telling you.
How about that? She's got 9 of their points, Mike.
She is good. Here's Provost. Steps back, launches. No good from the elbow. The rebound up by Gray. No good. Morrison will try it, and Morrison gets it to go. And she's going to the line.
And then that's just the great eraser for this Lawrence team. It'd be one thing to have one big. They've got 2, and technically 3.
Yeah,
Casey Ross is on
Casey
the bench.
Ross, who's a junior and a pretty good player.
Yeah. Who's just had to sit behind these two.
27-12, largest lead of the game.
And that's Value's third foul.
Morrison hits, 28-12.
She just got back in and picked up number 3.
Migliori on the right. Over to Drummond. Drummond on the pop out now to Bradstreet. Picked up by Provost. Up top now to King. King, nice dribble. Couldn't use it though. Out to Migliori. Migliori stops foul line right to Drummond. Drummond eyed it, didn't try it. Drummond hands off to Bradstreet. Bradstreet on the right to Migliori. Danica Migliori at the elbow to the foul line. Great defense there by Cole. On the drive, it is Bradstreet. Bradstreet is doubled, and the ball knocked out of bounds, apparently by Lawrence. Back into the game, Ashley Shores. Back out, Peyton Cole. Nice job by Peyton during her minutes. 6:02 to go. In Bradstreet goes to Migliori. Migliori lost the ball. Minahan, great defense. The turn, the shot, no good. She did a good job to get that shot off. The rebound, Morrison. Outlets to Shores. Shores to Gray. Provost, 3 ball. No, just a little bit short. King with the rebound. Good long arms there by Reagan. King will start it up. King to Migliori. 28-12. 5:35 to go in the first half. Reagan King. Bounce pass over to Bradstreet. Bradstreet under the basket over to Drummond. Drummond to the floor. Slaps it back, literally, to Danica Migliori. Migliori curls in. Doubled, looks. Got to do something real soon. They're going to get her for 3. 3 seconds is called.
Right call. Very generous.
All right, Kirsten Condon in. She's a senior. And Elia Drummond is out for the Nokomis Warriors and Kyle Peavy, who did give us a wealth of information back about 10 days ago.
I'm not going to complain about that. He gave us lots of background on his team.
On his scouting report. We love it when coaches do that. Great job there by Coach Peavy. And it's knocked out of bounds by his team. Knocked up by Condon. It will be Lawrence's ball in the front court in the corner. Shores into Gray. Outside. Morrison wide open. No good for a 3. Rebound saved by Gray to Provost. Back to Gray. Under the basket was Morrison. It was picked off by King, and then King tried to knock it out of bounds off Morrison, but instead it ends up going out off her. That's a heady play anyway.
She nearly stole that possession.
Nearly pulled it off.
Nice defensive recovery regardless.
Minahan to put it into play. Back outside goes to Morrison. Now to Minahan on the elbow. Flying through. It's knocked out of bounds, intended for Provost.
Again, the Nokomis defense, I think, has done a pretty decent job, or maybe probably the best job we've seen thus far this season, challenging Lawrence. The problem is you can't just go massive stretches being cold on offense yourself.
Provost. Bullet pass right there. Morrison misses a bunny. Gray gets the loose ball. She misses pretty much a bunny. Now it's put up. It's no good again. Each of the bigs had a chance. Morrison had 2. They missed all 3. Here's King. Out front now for Nokomis. It is Abby Bradstreet. Foul line left. It's Condon. Condon back to the top. Hands it off to Reagan King. 4.5 to go in the first half. Lawrence by 16. Driving King. High off the window. No. Rebound comes down to Gray. Gray outlets to Provost. Provost in the open court. Nice pass over to Shores for a layup. Can't defend that.
No, and it just happens that fast.
30-12. It's 18. Here's Bradstreet. Bradstreet drives, got in no man's land, and walked. Kyle Peavy says, settle down. We'll send Hawthorne in. You know, this Nokomis team, it's a good basketball team. This goes to show you just how good Lawrence is.
I 100% agree. And again, worth noting, Migliore, we were told back in January, obviously December 23rd, she's back. So it's worth noting this team's still not technically at full strength.
Yeah, they're 4-1. They're going to be a tough team to play. Down low, wide open, Gray. Gray turns and missed a bunny. They've missed 3 or 4 gimmies. And the outlet, here's Bradstreet. Bradstreet, a stutter step, goes on Provost, and Provost fouled her at the end, but stayed with her nicely. And Bradstreet will go to the line. This Nokomis team is going to be a thorn for a lot of teams this year.
And that freshman is good. She's got a nice,
really
quick first step, and if you don't cut her off, she'll beat you baseline. She's comfortable getting near the basket and trying to finish.
Some great instinctive skills. Missed the free throw, yes.
And again, Mike, Nokomis has 12 points. Bradstreet's got 9 of them.
Make it 10. 31-13. Lawrence by 18. Quickly up to Shores. Shores trying to go to Gray. It's boxed away. King steals. Picked up there by Condon. Here comes Nokomis. Right side Migliore. Migliore backs it out now to King. They need something other than Bradstreet, though, to carry them. Bradstreet circles around. Over to Condon. Now to King. King over the defense. Hawthorne. Hawthorne. Ray jumped out on her. Now back outside Migliore. Migliore's been kind of quiet. King. Foul line right. Over to Hawthorne.
You got to shoot that.
Yeah. There's Condon in the corner, or you got to get someone who will to get that ball there. Migliore knocked away. Loose ball knocked over to Hawthorne. Lawrence's defense is jailhouse-like right now, and Hawthorne backs it out. Hawthorne on the weave, right in the way of it there. Minahan almost stole it, popping Bradstreet, and somebody's on the deck. That's Minahan. A collision there, and it should send Bradstreet to the line.
Minahan, I think it's a heads-up play there. She got conked in the back by one of her teammates. But heads-up defense there by Minahan, recognizing that offense. Again, couple of corner shots. They may not be the most wide open, but if you're in the corner, I mean, against Lawrence, the best look you're going to get it up.
Yeah, Casey Ross coming in. The other big, the 6-foot junior, she comes in for Lily Gray.
And again, this is what we talk about with Lawrence, just an embarrassment of riches.
Second one is on the way. It's short. Rebound knocked around, comes over to Nadia Morrison. Over to Shores, quickly ahead Provost. Provost stops, fires from 3. No. You could tell from the get-go that wasn't going to make it. We've got a whistle and a foul on Lawrence. So Provost kind of an off game. And interestingly enough, some of her passes have been off.
We've seen this a little bit. She's kind of prone to this every once in a while where she has these stretches where for whatever reason I think the defense does enough to challenge her or just sort of, she kind of, I think, speeds herself up a bit.
Here's King. 30-13. King drives in, goes up, left-handed, lays it in. Pretty move by Reagan King. 31-15. They need more of that. Here's a 3 by Shores. That's off. 30-15, excuse me. 15-point lead. Lawrence one and done. Here's King. King, right side for Briley Bolya. Now baseline, pulling it up, Migliori into Bradstreet. Bradford, that is. No, I had it right the first time. It is Bradstreet. Elia Bradstreet, and Elia's going to the line. She's their goaltender in field hockey.
Drummond, nice move there. Got tied up defensively, but it was a nice pump fake to get herself free, at least initially.
That's who I mean, is Elia Drummond. She's their field hockey goalie, and she misses. Out this year after not playing last year. All right, Lawrence will bring in J.C. Elkins.
Let's say worth noting, that was Minahan. She picked up 3 quick fouls because that was her third.
She did, and also Peyton Cole comes in for the final minute, 56. Second one by Drummond, no good. Rebound tipped around, and it comes down to Ashley Shores. Shores to Cole. Cole, right side to Elkins. Elkins pulls it back out, goes to Shores. Inside to Provost, knocked away. Provost runs it down. Provost still with it. Nice dribbling. Provost baseline, laid it over to Ross. Now back outside. They whip it around. Cole to Shores. Shores for 3. Bang. 34-15. It's 19. And Lawrence takes a 30-second timeout with 1:29 to go. 33-15. Today's game brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner is Hammond Lumber. Find them at hammondlumber.com. Our halftime sponsor. Halftime coming up, where we will recap all the scoring, give you some highlights from the first half.
Yeah, already, it just feels like it's. We described that Winslow game you and I had last week. Man,
yeah,
it's been a
Thursday.
stretch with the holidays. Yeah,
Thursday.
It's just sort of a yeoman-like performance where you sort of grind it out. It's ugly. It's kind of a rock fight, but again, it's a testament to the talent of Lawrence that they've not played their best as far, and credit Nokomis' defense, but they've got an 18-point lead currently.
Yeah, because I really like what I'm seeing from Nokomis. They're going to be a good club this year. Really good. All right, 1:29 to go in the half. And here's the freshman, Abby Bradstreet. Bradstreet over to Migliori. Now to King. King circles around. Stops foul line right now. Down low to Drummond. Drummond to King. Under the basket. The turn, the shot. It's good by Danica Migliori.
It was a nice job by Migliori, realizing she had a mismatch and taking advantage of it.
34-17. Here's Shores. No. From about 10, the rebound to King. King over to Bradstreet. Abby Bradstreet up to Migliori. Nice fake. Goes on Elkins and a foul out front. Foul on Elkins.
I'd say bonus for no. Yeah, bonus for Nokomis.
Yep, 2-shot foul. So at the line, Danica Migliori. Got the roll.
Shooter's roll.
34-18. Melanie Pellerin in and Ashley Shores out. Excuse me. Taylor Pellerin in. Her mother's going to get a kick out of me saying that she's on the court. Second one is no good. Rebound King. They get another opportunity. Outside. A long one. It's no good by Bradstreet for 3. That's tipped around. And let's see. Drummond touched it last.
I'm not sure. Take a look here. I think that was going to be off. I think Ross actually touched it lost. Drummond, you don't know. Maybe she can't see. But it would have been, I think, Nokomis ball.
33 seconds to go. A long one by Provo. She's been off other than 2 shots here in the first half. Rebound out of the chute, Migliori. Migliori hurrying. They have plenty of time now that they're over half court. Up top now, Bolya. Bolya hands to King. King fakes right, goes left. Over to Drummond. Now to Bolya. Clock at 12. King over to Bradstreet. That's probably where they want it. Bradstreet drives, goes between. She falls down. I think that's a good non-call there. And I don't know what that was. Was that a shot attempt by Provost?
I think so. I think
that's all she had.
The student section was counting down, trying to mess with Nokomis, and I think she heard that and just turned around and flung it basic it.
2.1 into King. Back over to Bradstreet, and she didn't beat the buzzer, I don't think. She hit the rim.
No.
But she did not beat the buzzer. So certainly an up and down first half for both sides, yet Lawrence has a 15-point lead. Our score at the half, the Lawrence Bulldogs 33, and the Nokomis Warriors 18. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on the place for local sports, The Score.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
You deserve a better credit card, offering rewards you can redeem for merchandise and a competitive low interest rate you can feel good about. Connected Credit Union has the perfect credit card to meet your needs and your budget. Go ahead, reward yourself today by applying online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, member eligibility required, subject to credit approval.
At Haight Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here at the usually noisy Folsom Gym in Fairfield. Our score at the half, the Lawrence Bulldog girls winning over the Nokomis Warriors 33-18. And our second quarter breakdowns brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Lawrence led 19-10 at the end of one. They blew that lead up to as high as 19 at one point in the second quarter. Nokomis did play well at times, but Bulldogs still extended their lead from 9 at the end of the first quarter to 16 here at halftime by outscoring Nokomis by a count of 15-8. Our second quarter breakdown is brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. This is the first of two for us here today. Lawrence boys and Nokomis will play, scheduled to tee off about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Halftime's brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations, your building project partner. Find them online at hammondlumber.com. Rocky first half, AJ, for both sides, no question about it. Lawrence, despite having a 16-point lead, I don't think Greg Chesley's happy at all with the way they played.
No, I think in credit Nokomis' defense, you use the word choppy, which I think is the exact right adjective that I would use, because Lawrence only has 5 turnovers, but just feel like, again, credit Nokomis for being able to disrupt a little bit, but at the same time, Lawrence has kind of rushed themselves and try to force some passes that haven't need to be the case. You pointed out how many bunnies at the Lawrence Bigs specifically left right at the rim, and so they've kind of just not, I think, put Nokomis away, quote unquote, because the other thing, this number stands out big time to me, Mike. Nokomis attempted 11 free throws in the first half. I think it's going to be a talking point for both coaches because 11 free throw attempts is a lot for a half, so that's Lawrence defense. On the other side, Coach Peavy going to be unhappy because the Warriors are 3 for 11 from the free throw line in the first half.
Yeah, you get those freebies, you got to cash in, and if you're Lawrence, you get those freebies in the form of bunnies that the Bigs missed, 3, 4? I mean, this could easily be a 25 or 30-point lead.
Yeah, I think they definitely left a few. Minahan had a couple of good looks at the three-point line specifically. A little sloppy on defense is allowed. He's given Nokomis a chance for themselves to trim into it. But, of course, the other thing is you come here, they spot Lawrence 12 points immediately because they just – again, we're playing a team that's a prohibitive state championship favorite, tough defensively. You spot them 12 points, but found your legs. You play 7-7, but then you turn the ball over 12 times in the first half. You miss 8 of 11 free throw attempts. Not a recipe for success to pull off an upset on the road.
No, it is not at all. Each team's definitely got to tighten it up and take care of the basketball a lot better than they have. If you're going to beat Lawrence, you have to keep the turnovers to a bare minimum, and you have to protect that basketball as much as you possibly can. Nokomis hasn't done that, but Lawrence, of course, plays a large part in that. They're so quick defensively. They're so right on you defensively. And this Nokomis team, I'm very impressed, despite the fact that they're down by 15 points at halftime. There was 14-8 the difference, not 15-8. My bad there. Despite the fact that they're down by 15 points. There's a tremendous amount of talent and potential on this team. But with all of that said, you've got to take better care of the ball. They have not done that here in the first half. Lawrence hasn't exactly guarded it like it's money either, but they are so good, and you get out to a 12-0 lead, you almost can end the game right there, AJ. I mean, when you look back, we'll see where this goes, but you can almost end the game.
Yeah, and I think especially for them, because I'm curious it would be curious to know what Coach Peavy tells his team at halftime. My thought process is you're on the road, to a certain extent, nothing to lose. I think Nokomis could have been a little bit more aggressive, especially in the corner 3. Bradstreet's been able to generally win her offensive one-on-one matchup, but we've seen the shooters in the corners when they get the ball. If it's not been wide open, they've been hesitant to pull. I would be in the camp of, we got nothing to lose, let it fly. The other side, and possibly one of the things Coach Peavy says is, the reason you don't want to necessarily throw up a shot you're not totally comfortable, Lawrence is winning the boards. 20-12, Nokomis kind of cut into it a little bit near the end of the first half. But that's, again, I mentioned it in the first half while we were in the broadcast. Morrison, Gray, and then to a lesser extent, Ross, as she plays a little bit more sparingly, they're just such great erasers for Lawrence because even if you throw up a bad shot, even if you don't play great defense, they're just so dominant on the boards because nobody else has 2 6-footers as skilled as they both are.
Lawrence 33, Nokomis 18 at halftime. Second half action coming up next here on The Score.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Lawrence 33 and Nokomis 18 at halftime, sponsored by Hammond Lumber Company. AJ's got some individual numbers.
Yeah, game high score goes to Ashley Shore. She had 12 in the first half. Provost in double figures as well. She's got 10, which again is a credit to her because it felt like it wasn't necessarily her best first half. She's also got 3 assists. And then on the other side, the only person in double figures for the Warriors is Abby Bradstreet. She's got 10 of their 18, though the offense did seem to sort of find some rhythm there in the second quarter. And then the big numbers, 12-5 turnovers. Nokomis has 12. 8 of 9 Lawrence's from the free throw line in the first half. 3 for 11 for the Warriors.
Big difference.
Again, I talk about 3 for even going 11 for 11 obviously doesn't erase the deficit, but you just can't leave those free points at the rim on the road anywhere, but especially against Lawrence.
Free stuff, and they did not pick it up. All right, ready to go here, second half. It is King, Migliori, Drummond, Bradstreet, and Bolya.
I was going to say the only other thing, real quick, Mike, Minahan and Bolya each have 3 fouls respectively, so foul trouble watch.
Keep an eye on that.
Yep.
Minahan is in the lineup to start here. Gray, Morrison, Provost, Shores as well. The drive by Bradstreet shut off there. Tenacious defense and a foul from behind by Maddie Provost. She had her, then was beaten by her, and then reached afterwards.
You saw watch the Mid-State Machine instant replay. Morrison cut her off, and then I think stepped on either Provost or Minahan, I think's ankle. She lost her footing, and heads-up play by Bradstreet.
Bradstreet hits. 33-19. Freshman hits. 33-20. Minahan whips it, and did anybody touch it? No.
I believe so.
It was intended for Nadia Morrison. Frankly, wasn't close. Lawrence's passing has been way off today.
Yeah, they've really wanted to feed the post, and they have just struggled to do so.
And that is that a turnover?
No, I don't think she was right. I think the refs could have.
Right.
Could have been a sharper pass. I'm going to be honest.
All right, pass tip stolen. Shores right there. A Provost who blew a bunny. The easiest shot of her life, and she missed it. Migliori gets it ahead to Bradstreet. Outside to Migliori. Migliori in three-point land. Fakes left, goes right, trying to go down low to Drummond. Drummond turns, goes one way, goes the other way. That should have been a double dribble for sure. Outside Migliori. Migliori. They'll start things again. Here's Reagan King. King over to Bradstreet. Bradstreet drives, spins, goes under, up. Great move. Partially blocked there by Morrison. And Gray with a kick out pass to Provost. Tries a pass that really didn't have much of a chance to be completed. It was knocked down by a hand by Nokomis. Stopping, popping, hitting is Bradstreet.
How do you not guard 20? She's been the only one really been productive all game, and she just walks into a jumper.
33-22. It's down to 11. Down low Morrison. Morrison turns, hits. Big hoop there for Lawrence.
Big time.
Kind of stem the tide a little bit. 35-22. Some pressure now by Lawrence in the back. King, they've got it beaten. Too far ahead there of Briley Bolya. They had a potential 2-on-1. Instead, it's a turnover.
And those are the plays you look back on and you think, we had a chance.
Here's Provost. Provost right side to Ella Minahan. Minahan to the foul line to Morrison. Loops it over to Provost. Provost whips a pass. That's a beautiful pass. Reverse layup by Minahan. Top shot. Degree of difficulty on that pretty high. But Gray bailed her out with a rebound. Instead of 3 by Minahan is no good. Rebound boxed around. King comes away with it. A 3 can cut it to 10. Here's Bradstreet, who's been terrific. Bradstreet on the right. Back up top to King. King trying to drive. Nothing there. Migliori. Migliori goes into a wave of Lawrence players. A 3 is no good. Reek side. Knocked out of bounds by Bradstreet.
This Nokomis team, not sure. We haven't seen it yet. This Nokomis team is in desperate need of a shooter, someone to step up, because between King, Migliori, and Bradstreet, you've got 3 girls that can get to the hoop. They can boogie. You just need someone to be able to take advantage of the penetration
Here's Provost on the right, knocked away by Drummond. Whips it past to Gray. Back up top to Minahan. Minahan over to Shores. Baseline to Gray. Gray down low to Morrison. Morrison slips through. The ball comes out, though. It's tied up. Now it's loose, and it's out to Shores. To Provost for three. Got it! A three-point field goal by Provost and a foul just as it went up. Is it going to count or not?
I think the foul's against Minahan.
3 seconds is the foul. No basket is the call. No basket. Wow. So not a foul, but a 3-second violation.
A break for the Warriors.
As Provost drained a three. Bradstreet on the right to Migliori. Back up top to Hawthorne. 35-22 to King on the right. King, baseline. King under the basket. They take it away. A three by Migliori. It's good. There's the shooter maybe that they're looking for, and it's down to 10. 35-25. It was once 19. Pass in the corner, Minahan. Minahan open for three. No. Rebound. Great job there by Gray. Under up. No, but a foul on King. Gray with those long arms on that 6-foot body, able to reach over and get it without fouling, or at least one called, and goes to the line.
Looking at the replay, I'm okay with it. I think they were both battling. I don't think she used contact to get over Drummond. I think she just, like you said, reached out and got it.
36-25. One more to go here for Lily Gray. Dips, shoots, hits. 37-25. Lawrence back with pressure. Bradstreet tipped away. Gray stole it. Provost over to Gray. Gray under up. Yes. There's Lawrence. That pressure makes all the difference. 39-25. Migliori trapped. Loops it back over to Bradstreet. Bradstreet trying to beat it. Outside King. Looked at a three. Traveled though. The pressure D changes the complexion of things significantly.
Well, just like you said, real quick, you get 4 points, you turn it over again, and all of a sudden, Lawrence starting to get tight, and you give him some breathing room.
4 in a row here by Lawrence. A mini run for them. Shores, Minahan, down low to Gray. Gray powers a pass out to Provost. Back down low. The shot no good. Morrison with a putback. It was Morrison, actually, who kicked it outside first. And quickly a 6-0 run by Lawrence, and their lead back to 16. Bradstreet beats it, goes up. Oh, giant step, and count it!
What a Euro step.
Big-time Euro step, 41-27. She's a freshman? Oh, my God.
She's a ball player.
Oh, a three by Provost is good. 44-27, speaking of ball players. Migliori over, and the layup good for Hawthorne. Good job there by Nokomis. 44-29. Provost stops on the left, gets it back after it was tipped away, and tied up by Bradstreet. Boy, there's some talent there for those two. Provost will put it into play. Outside to Minahan at the top. Over to Morrison. Morrison eyes it, tries it, missed it. Rebound, though, Gray. It just came to her on the cut. Provost goes up, no, but she's fouled by Bradstreet. We got one more after this one. Nokomis Lawrence boys will play.
Now, I said Mr. Bell would be an unbiased camera operator. When it comes to his commentary, I'm not sure.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll put a headset on him and see. Ryan Bell here, the pride of Nokomis. It's not Cooper Flag, as most people think. That's good. By Provost, 45-29, although he's doing fairly well at Duke.
He seems to end up on a lot of posters on the right side of him, too.
See that block he had last night?
Yeah,
oh, my God.
Human highlight reel.
46-29. The lead 17. The largest lead's been 19. 3 minutes to go in the third. Outside with it, it is Bradstreet. On the weave to King. King drives. Left corner Migliori. Back down to King. Whips it back outside of Bradstreet. Bradstreet now to Hawthorne. Hawthorne right of the key to the top to Migliori. Zigzags through, spins, tries to go on Minahan, who stayed with her, missed the shot, rebound back up, no, but she's going to the line. Peyton Cole about to come in for Lawrence, as is Amaya Lawyerson.
That's Minahan's fourth also.
Yep, so Ella's going to sit for a bit. And I guess we got a timeout.
Apparently. No, we got a technical.
They're very...
And I think it's against Minahan because I think they said I think Minahan got teed up.
That's her then. That's it for her. She's out.
She is done for the day.
I don't know what happened, but obviously she said something naughty.
I mean, great. Coach Chesley got the explanation.
Yeah.
It didn't seem to object too much.
Yeah, it was Jeff Mertzel who came over. First shot no good by Danica Migliori. So Minahan, a personal foul, then a technical foul. So 3 added to 2 means goodbye. Second shot is good. And now she's going to get the regular free throws.
Yeah, it should be 2 shots.
Yeah, she just shot 2 for the tee.
We get a double tee?
No, this is a personal foul.
Oh, they just don't send him back to the line.
Right.
That's my bad.
So far she's 1 out of 3.
I see encapsulating one of the things Nokomis has got to be driving, just pulling their hair out over.
46-30, and they'll keep the ball. Side out after the tee. King into Bradstreet. 46-31. It's 15. Here's King. Around a pick. Gray to defend. Outside to Drummond. Drummond hands off to Migliori. Good defense there by Lurison. A 3 just a little bit off. Rebound Shores. Shores outlet wide open. Provost lays it in. Lawrence is so good at looking down the floor on situations like that. A layup there, a timeout called by Lawrence after the made basket, and suddenly again it's back up to 17, 2:07 remaining in the third quarter. Bulldogs up 48-31. Gives us a chance to thank our great sponsors this year. Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone & Stove, 201 Tire, Battery and Service, and Assistance Plus, who have been with us and will be with us all through 25. Appreciate their support, and so many others, which we'll run through as we get through this ball game and the second ball game. Quick timeout there by Lawrence. Bulldogs have received their instructions from Greg Chesley.
That one I think is much about anything. You got a 17-point lead. Keep your composure. And again, Nokomis kicking themselves as went 2 for 4 on the technical and the foul shots, have the possession of the ball, end up getting a pretty good look, but then missing it and then giving up a full court pass for a layup.
Nokomis ball, 2:07 to go in the third. They trail by 17. Here's Bradstreet. Bradstreet on the right, Migliori. To the top to King. Right side to Drummond. Drummond loops it over the defense to Hawthorne. Now on the drive, Bradstreet. Bradstreet under the basket in the land of the Giants there. Kicks it back outside to Hawthorne. Denied there by Cole. Great pass by Drummond, but it's picked off. Here's Provost in the open court. Provost up, laid it up, tried to spin it in. The putback no good by Shores. They kick it back outside. Provost eyes it, makes the 3. She stepped back after looking down and hit the 3. 51-31. It is 20.
She's just too close.
That's it. Missed the layup. Not an easy shot, mind you.
Definitely not.
Down low to Drummond. Drummond quickly doubled back outside Bradstreet. Bradstreet. Hey, may as well step back and try it. She does. It's no good. Rebound Gray. Gray to Shores. You're down by 20. Minute to go in the third. Here's Provost. Bullet pass to Gray. Back to Provost. She's open for 3. Yes. She's feeling it now.
That's her 4th-3. She's already up to 23, Mike, and they have come in a bunch this
Guess
quarter.
what? That's the lead, too. 23, 54-31. Stolen by Provost. It's about to be 25. Provost all the way. There it is. 25-point lead, 25 points for her. 56-31. Driving is King to Drummond. Now to Bradstreet. Bradstreet, Provost, trying to get that basketball. Now to King. On the cut, Migliori. Migliori circles, nothing there, nobody to pass to. Now back outside Hawthorne, 8 seconds to go. Somebody's got to make a move. 5 seconds to go, and 5 seconds is called. So Lawrence may have a final crack at it here. Quick sub coming in is Briley Bolya. She'll come in for Hawthorne.
By my count, that is like all the last 4 field goals are all Provost, and it's a 10-0 run just by her in that stretch.
Provost 3, 2. It'll count if it goes, and it just missed. It was just short. That's the end of the third. Lawrence has blown it wide open. The score after 3. Bulldogs 56, Nokomis 31. This is high school basketball on The Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Our third quarter breakdown is brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. 15-point game at halftime is 25 now. A 23-13 difference in the third quarter for the Lawrence Bulldogs, and it's a 10-0 run right now for Maddie Provost individually because it was 46-29. She has scored 10 straight points. It's now 46-31. Her 10-0 run makes it 56-31. And our third quarter breakdown is brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. We're set to go here in the fourth.
Yeah, it's like Minahan got teed up, and all of a sudden that woke Provost up, and she went nuts.
She's been in fuego. 10-0 for her. Lawyerson in the game on the right. Now to Gray. Gray in the corner. Nothing there. To Lawyerson. Surprised she turned that down. She almost threw it away. King trying to steal it from Cole. Cole goes to the floor. Gets it. Take a timeout. It's a jump ball. And the arrow is in favor of Nokomis. Good hustle by Peyton. Just couldn't get that ball off the floor. So King will put it into play on the baseline. King looks to Migliori. Tries to go baseline, goes back outside to no one. Picked up there by Gray. To Shores. Shores directing some traffic. Shores loops it over to Provost. Provost will take the 3. She's feeling it. Missed it. Rebound King, weak side.
That was 100% a heat check.
Absolutely. I'm going to take it too. Stutter step by Bradstreet. Goes behind the back. Hands it off to King. King tried to go on Shores.
Ooh.
Could not.
It was close to steps, wasn't it?
Yep. Migliori inside to Drummond. Drummond lobs it off to King. King blocked there by Gray. And Gray picks up the loose ball. Up to Cole. Cole to Lawyerson to Shores. Shores to Gray. Gray wide post back outside to Cole. Cole double dribble or a carry. One or the other. All right. Taylor, not Melanie Pellerin, is coming into the game, and Nadia Morrison is too.
Only took 3 quarters.
6:53 to go. Lawrence and the Catbird seat up here 56-31. Driving is Bradstreet. Over to Hawthorne. Nothing down on the box. They go back out front. Kirsten Condon back in the game, wearing number 1. Now to Migliori. Migliori. Backdoor, the pass. Bradstreet not able to use it, out to Hawthorne. And again, they're reluctant to take the 3.
Yep.
Hawthorne in the pivot. Tries to go. No way on Morrison. Morrison all ball there. That's 2 for the Bigs here in the last 30 seconds. We got a bump here called on Lawyerson.
A little bit of a break. And again, Mike, I know it's not the perfect shot, but I think in close games, you got a defender who's a step off of you, that's a shot you're going to have to hit in big games.
Eventually, somebody's going to take that shot for Nokomis.
Yes.
Here's Hawthorne. Hands to Bradstreet. Bradstreet stops on the baseline. Hands to King. King, guarded by Morrison. Back out front, Migliori. Migliori trying to weave her way through. Can't. Outside. Long one by King. Looks good, is good. There's a three.
That's some range on it.
56-34. Quick pass down, and Morrison not able to reach.
I think to your point, Mike, it's just a testament, again, Migliori coming back from injury, so maybe not totally at 100%, but Nokomis, I think, made Lawrence sweat there a bit in the third quarter, and then Provost just goes nuts.
She's a huge, huge factor. Bradstreet, who is going to be a huge, huge factor. In fact, you can say she already is a huge, huge factor. One up, missed the shot there. Out of the chute, Lawyerson. Over to Cole. Over to Lawyerson. Lawyerson in the corner. They give her the baseline. She takes it. Back outside to Cole. 5:25 to go in the third. Taylor Pellerin over to Provost. That one from way downtown, and it missed badly.
We're going to give that heat check a second try just to make sure.
Maddie Provost doesn't miss many that badly.
No.
Driving is King. A bump there. Pellerin knocked it away. Here's Provost. 3-on-2. Provost goes up. Almost a highlight reel make there by Maddie Provost as she went up left-handed and just missed the square.
I see there. She actually was the one that stripped King. King made the mistake of dribbling right to her and then obviously missed the layup.
Here's Bradstreet. Bradstreet at the top, guarded by Provost. On the right, King. 56-34, 4:50 left. King, a little runner. Yes. 56-36, it's 20. 4:45 to go in the fourth. Lawrence and Nokomis boys next. Provost, bounce pass, Morrison. Morrison waits, missed the shot, gets her own rebound, missed that. That's another bunny she missed. She'll take it back outside. Cole for three, no. Rebound, Provost flies through. Fadeaway pop, no. And the rebound this time goes to Condon. She lost it. Provost takes a three, missed it. Rebound this time belongs to Reagan King. King boxes away Cole. Cole wanted a call. The pull-up, yes. 56-38.
King, I think, could be kicking herself. She's got 7 points in this quarter for 9 on the game. Just really struggled to find offense throughout.
Pellerin over to Cole. Cole to Morrison. Back over to Cole. Provost comes out. Maddie puts it on the floor. Provost drives. Runner doesn't go. She'll go to the line. 2 shots coming here for Maddie Provost. And we got a timeout called by Nokomis. We'll take it to 3:46 to go in this one. Nokomis down by 18. It's Lawrence 56, Nokomis 38. Back after this on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Maddie Provost, who scored 15 points alone in the third quarter, had 10 in a 10-0 run, is at the line. She will shoot 2. The foul was on Abby Bradstreet, and the shot is good by Provost. 57-38. Second one missed. Rebound to Nokomis. 57-38, the lead 19. Here's Hawthorne. Shovels to Bradstreet, handles, then has to go back outside because there was defense there. Migliori for 3, no good. Rebound, Lily Gray. Outlets to Provost on a hop. Provost drips in, pulls up, doesn't take it. Inside, Morrison to Gray. Gray, open look for Maddie Provost for three, long. Rebound Morrison, back up, no. Rebound again. That is blocked. No foul called, stays with Lawrence. So Provost will put it into play here, 3:15 remaining.
Credit, I believe, Migliori on that block.
Provost looking around. There, flashing open and hitting the shot is Lily Gray. The bigs, when you get them that close usually, although they've certainly thrown their rocks up today, are pretty good, 59-38. Up top, Migliori. Migliori driving, going up, blocked there by Morrison, but Nadia with a foul.
Yeah, going to get a bump. Again, I'm with you, Mike. A lot of teams not going to have success against Lawrence this season, and Nokomis, I think, has shown some things. Again, you mentioned it at halftime. Where's this Warriors team? Spot Lawrence 12-0 to start the game.
Yeah, and it's a team we're going to see again this year, whether it's against Lawrence or someone else, but it's a team to keep an eye on. If you really follow high school basketball, you want to keep an eye on what they do.
I'm with you.
And check in, see how they go, because I think there's really going to be a good ball club. Second free throw is good, 59-39. Here's Shores. Ashley fell down, and the ball is tied up. That's a jump ball, stays with Lawrence.
Darn turf monster.
Shores with a laugh about it.
And credit to her, obviously, we'll see. We won't make it official until we get to the end when we pick our flag. She's similar player of the game. Shores, real steady presence the first half for this Lawrence
Turn
team.
around by Gray, off the window. She kissed it nice and gently and put it in. 61-39, it's 22.
That puts Gray in double figures with 11.
2.5 to go. Here's King. King looking it over, now pulling it back. King guarded by Shores. That is Delaney Randlett in the ball game, a sophomore wearing number 23. King circles around, outside Migliori. Migliori drives. Nice runner, can't finish. Rebound boxed around Shores, comes away with it away from King. Loops it over the defense to Pellerin. Taylor, whoop! Taylor traveled. Little bit ahead of herself there.
And I don't think she had to pick up the ball either. I think she decided she wanted to pass and didn't need to. I think old adage, right? Dribble till they stop you.
Picking up that dribble sometimes is a bad thing depending on where you are. Here's Condon. Greg Chesley is going to empty the bench. Circling around to the right is Randlett. Going to sub 5 in. Next whistle. Outside, Bolya. Riley Bolya, junior. Back on the right side. Driving is Bradstreet. Shut up there by Provost. Knocked away by Provost. Pellerin goes to Provost. Provost surveys the scene. Goes in left-handed, and she missed that one. But Gray there, she missed another putback. I'm telling you, Gray and Morrison have missed 7 or 8 today, it seems.
Easily.
And now it'll be 5-4-5 as the Lawrence starters, some of them check out. There were others who had already done so. So we've got new players all over the place. So you'll need your program. So will I.
Lawyerson, Elkins, Ross, Day, Pelletier?
Natalie Pelletier, yep, she's in there, 24. Up top now, it is Randlett. Randlett over to Bollier, who actually started. Over on the right side to Randlett. We're down to a minute 14. Randlett to the top to Condon. Condon, left side to Annie Nice. I think that's a field hockey name.
I think Randlett was too. I think I remember her scoring.
Shot is up from the foul line by Bollier. No good. Rebound Lawrence. Hiraday. Elkins to Pelletier. 50 seconds to go. J.C. Elkins to Lawyerson. Lawyerson down low. Ross up. No. Rebound. Mackenzie Liscombe to Randlett. 35 seconds left. There's Randlett. Lawrence 61, Nokomis 39. Right side, it's Nice. To Randlett. To Condon. Condon foul line left. Hands it off to Bollier. On the weave to Nice. Somebody's got to shoot it here. Down low the turn. It's not going to be Liscombe. I don't know what they're waiting for. You're down by 22. Shoot the basketball. There, you got a foul. Unfortunately, it's not like they're going to come back, but unfortunately, 4.2 seconds left.
And that's kind of the same thing, right, with the three-point thing. Just feel like you need a little more aggressiveness. I think it came out timid, and I think that's part of the reason, right, you find yourself down 12-0 in the blink of the eye to start the game.
Free throw, nope. One more for Mackenzie Liscombe, another freshman. He's got a couple of very talented freshmen, does Kyle Peavy.
Hey, Bradstreet's a player.
Oh, man,
now.
She is going to be an all-state player. Bank is open. 61-40. Lawyerson, right side, and that'll run the clock out. And Lawrence ran out to a 12-0 lead. And that ended up being the difference. They win by 21. Final in this one, Lawrence Bulldogs 61, Nokomis Warriors 40. We'll come back with the post-game show and our Score Flagship Cinemas Player of the Game coming up after this on The Score.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Oh, Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and Ryan Bell's over there, too. We're back here live at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. Lawrence has just finished off the Nokomis Warriors by a score of 61-40. Time for our fourth quarter breakdown. It's brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. The fourth quarter kind of ragtag for sure. Lawrence actually outscored in the fourth quarter by a count of 9-5, according to my scoring, 9-5. So that was a win for the Nokomis Warriors. But, you know, what was a loss was the opening 2.5 minutes, or 3 minutes, I think it was, where Lawrence scored the first 12 points of the game, AJ. Ran out to a 12-0 lead. Ends up winning by 21, but you spot them 12. Awful tough to come back against this team in this building.
Yeah, like you said, a couple times during halftime, and then especially during the intermission between third quarter and fourth quarter. Really curious to see where this one would end up if they don't spot them that 12-0 lead, like you said, because they got it to 10 in the third quarter. Minahan gets teed up, I think, out of frustration. She picks up her fourth foul, gets teed. She takes a seat. Nokomis continues their struggles from the line. It doesn't take advantage, and then Provost goes nuts for 10 straight of her 15 in the third quarter, and they just back the ball game again.
Yeah, I mean, the 12-0 run to start the game by Lawrence and then a 10-0 run by Provost all by herself. Those two runs accounting for 22-0. I mean, it's really hard to overcome something like that against a ball club like Lawrence with all the talent they have, especially again, to emphasize in this place, it is not an easy thing to do. And Nokomis did fight. They did get it back down to 10 at one time, really kept the heat on a little bit, but then Provost went wild with that 10-0 run to pretty much end the third quarter, get the lead back up to 25. It was 56-31 at the end of 3, and they finished them off, holding them off relatively easy in the fourth quarter. Really no threat, even though Lawrence was outscored 9-5 in the fourth quarter. By that time, the horse had left a barn and run down to the next pasture, and the game was over at that point. But this is what Lawrence can do. They can run off these 10, 12 nothing runs and really emotionally get you. I mean, that really hits you hard. And when your coach has to take 2 timeouts in the first 2.5 minutes, like Kyle Peavy did today, and they were needed timeouts, you had to try to stem the tide somehow, and he did.
Yeah, and again, 21, just some numbers to throw at you too, Mike. I think he came out a little passive, and again, I don't know. This is our first time seeing Nokomis, how comfortable some of those perimeter players are with shooting. I think you just got to be a little bit more aggressive. I think that's why you see the 12-0 run to start the game for Lawrence. I think there's a couple threes they could have gotten up, but a couple numbers that also tell the game. 21 turnovers for Nokomis, not going to get it done, I think, in any road game in this league. 9 for 21 from the free throw line means you had your opportunities at least to chip into it, especially obviously we talked about the first half. They were 3 for 11 in the first half to potentially make that a little bit of a different game, but you just cannot leave, again, especially on the road, cannot leave free points at the line like that.
Yeah, I mean, you left 12 points at the foul line, and you turned the ball over 21 times as well.
21 times.
So 21 free throw attempts, only made 9, so you missed 12, left 12 on the table right there, and then you turn the ball over against a team like Lawrence that can score points in waves, which they did on 2 occasions, a 12-0 run as a team and then a 10-0 run individually by Matty Provost, our score player of the game. Just a combination that is way too much to overcome if you're the Nokomis Warriors. That said, this Nokomis team, I think, is going to be a pain in the butt to a lot of people this year.
Yeah, again, I think they've got a lot of length, especially with Reagan King and Migliori, especially she continues to get further away from her ankle injury. That's going to make them tougher and tougher defensively. Bradstreet's a player. Freshman or not, she is a ball player. She was the only player for them in double figures. She finished with 16. She got to the foul line, 7 times. She went 4 for 7. I think she showed you she's got a quick step, especially she gets to the baseline. She's got a decent mid-range. I think she showed you she's not quite comfortable shooting the 3, but she's a ball player, and I think combined with their length, they're going to be a real challenge defensively for a lot of teams.
I thought generally Nokomis was a little tentative offensively. I think they're trying to figure out who can shoot the ball from the outside because nobody really did, and Bradstreet is the only one that really showed any aggressiveness
I agree.
At the offensive end, and they've got to turn the volume up on that a little bit and find somebody. Maybe it's Migliori when she's 100% healthy with that ankle, but they were very tentative. They had several opportunities during this game, aside from the missed free throws and the turnovers, with a good look at a three-point shot with a step or so on a Lawrence defender, and they chose to pass the ball and not take the shot. Eventually, you're going to have to shoot.
And again, it's just I think that's the difference in close games. That's pretty open. You may get a little bit in games against competition, maybe not quite to Lawrence's stature. Obviously, you're probably going to get a few more steps when you run your action, or they just lose whoever it is in transition. You want to win a game like that. You want to win games deep in the brackets. You're going to have to take and make those shots. And I thought they came out timid. They sort of settled down, I think, defensively, which kept them in it. But they just struggled to consistently find offense. And I'm with you. I think it's because they struggled to find their aggression. Besides Bradstreet, who I think just ran out of gas also. I mean, she had to chase Provost around. Provost was harassing her all game. And I think she just ran out of gas. But again, she finished with 16. King had 9. She got 7 of them in the fourth quarter. Migliori had 9 as well, 4 of which came from the free throw line on the other side for Lawrence. Provost game high 26. Shores had 12. I think it's a real steady presence for Lawrence in the first half. All 12 of hers were in the first half. Yeah. And then Gray got to double digits with 11. And that's the other thing, too, for the Lawrence team. I mean, I don't know where the balance is. I want to give it more to they just had an off game. Lawrence Bigs, I think.
They had an off game.
Rebounding, they were great. Defensively, I think they played pretty well. Offensively, not their best.
The in-close putbacks and good looks that they had from, say, 5 to 10 feet, sometimes even closer, they might have missed 8 or 9 of those. Those are shots. So you look at the 12 missed free throws by Nokomis and how that affected them and their turnovers. And for Lawrence, you look at some turnovers for sure, but the missed close shots by their two bigs who normally make those shots on a regular basis. And so, it's the ebbs and flows on each side of the ledger that tell the story. So Lawrence can come back and say, hey, we probably left 10, 15 points from our bigs in close on the floor as well. And there's no doubt that they did. So what ended up being a 21-point game could have been a 31-point game. All right, Maddie Provost out of the locker room. We're going to talk to Maddie. Quick break. Lawrence wins this one by a final of 61-40. Maddie Provost, our score player of the game. She'll join us coming up next.
From the moment you check in at Kennebec Eye Care, you'll be greeted with a smile. From there, you'll be given a comprehensive and thorough eye exam from Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobeck, or Dr. Kaylee Brown. Once your examination is completed, they'll go over what steps need to be taken to improve your eyesight needs with glasses or contacts. If you're a current patient or looking to become a new patient, then see the eye specialists at Kennebec Eye Care. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists since 1955.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Mike Violet back here at Folsom Gym in Fairfield with my pal, Maddie Provost, our score flagship cinemas player of the game. Congratulations, Maddie.
Thank you.
26 points. But I think the part of the game that stood out the most to me was at the end of the third quarter, you ripped off 10 in a row and pretty much put this game away. You were feeling it right there.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, finally.
Yeah, you had kind of a clunky game.
Yeah, I know. I've been having those lately. Just kind of in my own head, but.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
You missed some passes.
Yeah.
And I think your quote problem is that sometimes you're a step ahead of everybody else, and they're not expecting you to do what you do, or try to anyway. But you started out with the team started out with a 12-0 run. Coach Peavy for Nokomis took 2 timeouts in the first 2.5 minutes, and as it ends up, I mean, you give up Lawrence a 12-0 lead in this building. You guys must have felt pretty good about that.
Oh yeah, no, that was a good start for sure. We were all hyped up. The fans are here. It was just a great environment and a great start to the game.
Yeah, the environment here is intimidating if you're on the other side. How is it for you guys?
It's just a home feel for us. We got our whole community behind us, and it's great. We know that they have our back, and we're just out here playing. So that's.
Maddie Provost is with us post-game. She's our flagship cinema score player of the game. You won a championship as a freshman. You guys were heavily favored last year. That didn't end well. You lost to Coney. Yep. You come back this year. You're still the prohibitive favorite. Is that a burden at all to be the hunted team?
It's definitely tough because everyone's kind of out for us. But at the end of the day, we know what we can put together and what we can do, and it's really special. So we're just focused, and we have our goal. So
Nokomis, I think, is going to be a team to be reckoned with coming down the line. They've got Abby Bradstreet. That's quite a freshman.
Yeah.
As a former prodigy yourself, what did you think when you saw her?
Oh no,
play?
She's a great player.
You must know. You must have. Have you played against her before?
Yeah, no, ever. Yeah, for sure.
Boy, she's a good-looking player.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
sure.
so I think down the line, Nokomis, something's going to be a handful for somebody.
Definitely.
Hey, Maddie, thanks.
Thank
Merry
you so
Christmas.
much. Merry
Appreciate
Christmas.
you coming by. Maddie Provost, our flagship cinema score player of the game. Quick break. We'll be back after this.
At Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, they're proud to be a second-generation family-owned grocery store with locations in Hermon and Pittsfield. They focus on providing fresh produce, high-quality meats, delicious bakery items, and a well-stocked deli. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket cuts and grinds fresh meat daily, and they offer Maine lobsters year-round. They also bake fresh bread, pastries, and other sweet treats every single morning. For added convenience, online shopping is available at their Hermon location with contactless curbside pickup ready in as little as 2 hours. Come discover Danforth's Down Home Supermarket.
All righty, Mike Violet, AJ Knight, Ryan Bell, Alan, our score crew. Ashley's here as well. We got the whole gang here at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. Lawrence wins the opener here in the girls' game, 61-40. Our score, Flagship Cinema's player of the game, Maddie Provost, with a game-high 16, including 10 in a row to end the third quarter. So, game one in the books. Game two is coming up next. Lawrence boys and Nokomis. It's coming up after these commercial messages on the score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer? Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades. And Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts. So your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder, or a farmer, or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
You deserve a better credit card, offering rewards you can redeem for merchandise and a competitive low interest rate you can feel good about. Connected Credit Union has the perfect credit card to meet your needs and your budget. Go ahead, reward yourself today by applying online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, member eligibility required, subject to credit approval.
At High Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Mike Violet back here live at Folsom Gym in Fairfield as we move on to game number 2. And joining me for the broadcast here, the prodigal son has returned.
That's right.
He is the mayor of Newport and a proud graduate of Nokomis Regional High School. He is Mr. Ryan Bell. Good to see you again, sir.
You as well, Mike.
How are you?
I'm good.
How's graduate school?
It's great. Look, I'm going to try and keep my biases to myself today.
Okay.
But graduate school is great up in Syracuse.
Ryan is at Syracuse?
Yeah, up north. Get a little bit more snow there, believe it or not.
Yes, you do
actually.
in Syracuse, baby. You sure do. It's they get more than Newport does, right?
Yeah. It's been quite a bit. Also had a very good football season. Syracuse did. Just missed out on that ACC championship game, but gave Clemson.
So weird to have Syracuse in the ACC,
I know.
Huh?
I know. It's fun to watch, though. Gives us some good matchups. We'll have Duke at home and find one Cooper flag in the dome.
You Cooper going to have to hang together, man.
I know. Believe it.
How many other Nokomis graduates are at Syracuse? Probably none?
None that I know.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So he's going to have to hang with you.
I guess so. I don't think he really has a choice. I did talk to his brother a couple of days ago.
Ace?
No, his older brother, Hunter.
Hunter.
Correct, yeah. We were talking NBA destinations.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He said not Detroit. No to Detroit.
No to Detroit. Really?
Well, that was Hunter's opinion, not Cooper's.
Okay.
So I don't want to put words in his mouth.
But you know, he's the older brother.
That's true.
And he's probably got some inside information, right?
That is true. You would think.
It's going to be really interesting to see what happens. All right, so if you don't want to go to Detroit if you're Cooper Flag, how do they broker a deal there? You know, because we've seen players before decide that they weren't going to play for a team. I remember way back in the day, John Elway said he was not going to play for the Baltimore Colts. He was going to play baseball, and he signed with the Yankees. He ends up getting traded to Denver. We saw Eli Manning do it with San Diego. He didn't want to play for the Chargers. He got traded to the Giants.
Yeah, I don't see that happening with Coop, though. He's not the type of guy to say no to a team. I think he'll go wherever he lands and do well there.
Starting lineup, Seth Bowden for Nokomis, Dawson Townsend, Jeff Carr, Tom Nice, and Mac Murrow. It's Cole Kirian, Trevor Pellerin, Preston Roy, Braden Davidson, and Brady Richards for the Lawrence Bulldogs. Bulldogs in the white, of course, and Nokomis is in the red. It will be Nice on the tap against Braden Davidson. And it's pretty even. It's boxed around a second time. Comes down to Brady Richards. And Lawrence with the basketball to start things off. Kirian kicks it in the left corner. Not much there for Davidson. Back out front looking for Pellerin. It's tipped and stolen by Marrow. Marrow goes and he double dribbled.
Nice play there by Marrow to get the steal. Had a lot of speed coming the other way, but an early turnover for Nokomis.
All right, they're going to put it over on the side for the inbounds. Going to ask the Rowdies to step back just a bit. Jeff Mertzel, the official, having a word with them. All in good fun. Here's Kirian. Works it on the left. Nothing there. Goes back outside for Roy. Roy now to Davidson. Kirian pops a three. Downtown, and he knocks it in. Good start for Lawrence. 3-zip.
Yeah, he's the one that's going to score for Lawrence.
Here's Marrow, almost stolen by Kirian. Lawrence trying to trap. That was almost stolen by Pellerin, but it wasn't. They go baseline to Nice. Nice tries to go over on the other side for Townsend. That's out of bounds. Putting it into play here, Seth Bowden. Bowden on the baseline, 3-0. Lobs it in for Townsend, back to Bowden. Bowden, nothing there, not a Carr. Carr goes inside, backs in, fadeaway pop, no, rebound Kirian. Kirian brings it up the right, stutter step. Kirian backs it off into the corner, now takes it back on the baseline. Over left side, free ball from the left side is good by Roy.
Lawrence starting out hot behind the arc.
2 threes. They lead at 6-zip, starting off just like the girls did. Right side, it's Bowden. Bowden to Merrow, nothing there. Back to the top to Townsend. Townsend takes a trip to the left, stops, kicks it back up top to Bowden. Bowden to Merrow. Merrow over on the right for Carr. Carr in traffic, floats a pass over to Merrow for three. It's on the way, it's short. Rebound come right back to him, and it's picked up off the floor by Bowden. Driving in, the layup by Townsend is good and one. Dawson Townsend takes it right down Broadway to the rack and scores. 6-2 Bulldogs. Pending the free throw here, the foul was on Brady Richards.
And Townsend, one of the dwindling resources from that 2022 state championship team.
Yeah.
Saw some minutes.
I think Cooper and Ace Flagg were on that team.
Yeah.
Boy, a little bit's changed since then. Curian open, left wing, a corner three, rolls in. 9-2. Lawrence from three-point land has been dead-eye so far. They lead it by 7. Tricky dribble by Bowden. It's tipped by Curian. Ball is loose there at the feet of Nice. We got a whistle, and a kick is called. Kicked ball. It'll be a Nokomis ball on the baseline. Jeff Carr to put it into play. 9-2. Lawrence by 7. Carr. Looks. Flashing open is Nice. Nice hits it. Tom Nice makes it 9-4. Lawrence lead is 5. Here is Curian. All of Lawrence points on threes. Curian drives. Nothing there. Over to Pellerin. Pellerin back outside now for Davidson. Davidson, Curian pops for three. Short. Front rimmed it. Rebound Davidson. Dribbled it on the baseline. 5:28 to go in the first. Lawrence with some pressure here as Dawson Townsend looks to put it into play. Townsend lobs it to Bowden. Bowden breaks the pressure. Bowden backs it out, away from Davidson. Goes over on the other side, and Nice is blocked from behind by Pellerin.
Lawrence have come out strong here. You wouldn't take them as a team that started the season 0-5.
They are 0-5. Nokomis is 2-3. Putting it into play, Carr. Carr to Townsend. Townsend steps back, fires a three. It's no good. Loose ball. Tipped back outside, rolls right to Bowden. I'll try it again. Here's Townsend to Bowden. Seth Bowden, right side. Not a good pass. Looking for Merrow. That's an unforced error there by Nokomis.
Yeah, tough turnover, but a great job there by Nice to punch that one back out and give Nokomis a second crack at it.
5:05 left in the first. Here's Cole Curian. Lawrence with the ball in the lead. The lead is a 5. They lead 9-4. On the weave, Davidson. Davidson steps back. He fires. This is a 2. It's short. Rebound. Richards pushed off. No question about that. Coming in for Nokomis, Drew Grant, a sophomore. And checking out is Merrow. And eventually we're going to get Leighton Bradford to come in. So Richards now with 2. So he sits. Here's the pass into Townsend. Townsend in the backcourt, guarded by Curian. Curian lost him for a second. Pellerin went for the foul. They've got numbers, and they lay it in. Tom Nice makes it 11-4. Nice makes it a 7-point game, 11-4. Well, the scoreboard has it 9-6. That shot's no good. Scoreboard has it 9-6. I am not sure about that. Anyhow, here's Bowden. Bowden drives. He got shut off. He turned around, missed the shot. Rebound there by Bradford. Loops a pass over to Curian. Curian on the go. Reverses, goes to the right, steps back, 3 way off. Rebound, Nice. Nice job there by Nice. Tipped it to himself. 9-6 is the score. Over the timeline now, Bowden. On the weave to Grant. Grant out front, harassed by Roy. Grant drives, and 3 seconds is called on Nokomis. Substitution, Owen Buck about to come in. And he will come in for Tom Nice. So Buck is in. Buck is a junior.
We talked a little pregame about Nokomis not having a ton of size, and Nice has come in and put a shift in this first quarter. He's done well.
Yep, he has definitely been a factor here in the first with his size. Over to Kurian, spots up for three, no. Rebound right there is Carr. Jeff Carr in traffic, lays it over to Townsend. Townsend to Bowden. Left side Buck. Buck at the foul line, hands to Dawson Townsend. Townsend reverses, flips it over right side to Carr. Guarded by Pellerin. Carr, tricky dribble, drives in the paint, shut off, got it over to Drew Grant. Grant can't hang on to it. And it's out of bounds, and yet another unforced turnover there by Nokomis. 3:16 to go in the first. Lawrence's ball, they lead by 3, 9-6.
Lawrence hit those threes early on, and they just really haven't been able to capitalize on a number of Nokomis turnovers since.
Out front, it is Leighton Bradford over to Kurian. Over to Bradford. Backdoor to Preston Roy. Now in the left corner. Three is no good there. Loose ball popped back outside. Can Lawrence get on it? They do. Nice job on the save there by Roy. Up to Pellerin. Pellerin has an opening, goes in, lays it up, missed the shot. The rebound is cleared by Bowden. That's one you got to have if you're Lawrence. Here's Bowden. Bowden on the right side to Townsend. Townsend works it to the top. Foul line left to Grant. Bowden in the pivot. They get it to him. Goes in, doubled strip there, but fouled by Preston Roy, and Bowden's going to the line. All right, so an inbounding situation here for Jeff Carr and Nokomis. Coming into the game for Lawrence, Dawson Moore. Also Keegan Littlefield is in, 9-6, low scoring first. Teams having problems, that is, at the offensive end, as many as I am saying it. All right, Carr to put it into play. Looking, foul line Townsend, wide open, three, bang! We're tied up. 9-all. Coming down to 2 minutes left in the first. Littlefield circles around, way out of control, and he got bailed out by being fouled as he went to the basket. Kicked it back in the left corner, but a foul called on Carr. Lawrence will put it into play. Here's Littlefield. A bad pass into Cole. Tipped away by Bowden, and it goes right to Grant. Here comes Nokomis, trying to get their first lead. Handoff over to Buck. Buck stops, elbow, tried to take the shot, decided not to. Bowden has it knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Buck. Buck over to right. Popping out is Townsend. Townsend to the basket strong. Lays it up and hits the shot over Dawson Moore. And Nokomis has their first lead of the game. It's 11-9 Warriors. Kurian launches a three. Short. He hit a couple. He's been short the last two. Rebound Townsend. Over to Grant. 11-9 Nokomis. Grant on the right to Townsend. Townsend backdoor to Bowden. He is defended there by Bradford. Goes in, muscles it up. It doesn't go, but he's going to the line.
A good take there from Bowden, who had a really strong football season as well.
Good player, good athlete.
He's got a lot of size and does well to get to the rim often, and in the sport of basketball, that is.
Bowden hits. Well, what other sport would you get to the rim in?
I'm not sure. I mean, you could get to the net in hockey, I suppose. I don't know.
You don't play hockey.
What else has a rim?
You don't play hockey in Newport.
No, we don't. I think there is like a few kids that play on a combined team.
Yeah, I know. I think it's Hamden Academy, actually. Second free throw, no good. Stays 12-9. Nokomis by 3. Here's Pellerin. Pellerin stops on the right, hands it off to Bradford. Bradford launches a three from way downtown. No good. Rebound, Bowden. Bowden lost it on a dribble, but it rolls right to Townsend. Townsend, left corner, wide open there. A three from Carr is good. And Nokomis has got it going. It's 15-9. They're on a 9-0 run. They lead it here with 38 seconds to go in the first. Here's Bradford. Up top to Davidson. Guarded by Bowden. Kicks it over foul line left to Moore. Moore, a bullet pass backdoor, tipped out of bounds by Nokomis. It'll be Lawrence's ball with 28 seconds left.
I think this is more of what we expected from this game. Lawrence came out and just shooting the lights out, and Nokomis has been able to battle back despite some turnovers.
Definitely calmed the game down and started to find their offense. Littlefield, back to the top to Moore with plenty of time, 26 seconds. Moore on the weave to Pellerin. Pellerin has that opening again. He missed last time. This time kicks it out for three. No good there by Dawson Moore, but Lawrence gets the rebound. Back to Moore. Moore goes up. Wild underhanded scoop shot. No good. Nokomis has 10 seconds. Here's Dawson Townsend. Townsend at the top with 5. Stops and fires. Right elbow pop. No good. High rebound. Back up. No. A whistle right at the horn. Not a shooting situation.
I guess that's it.
I think the foul was on Dawson Townsend for a push, but that will end the first quarter. After one, it's Nokomis 15, Lawrence 9. This is high school basketball on The Score.
You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. From 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257. 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
First quarter breakdowns brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Lawrence Bulldogs came out, scored the first 6, 2 threes. In fact, first 9 of their points from three-point land, but they jumped out, scored the first 6, led it 6-0, their largest lead of the quarter, and then actually it was not their largest lead of the quarter. 9-2 was their largest lead of the quarter. But then later on, Nokomis wrapped up the quarter, 9-0 run. They're on it right now. They lead 15-9. Our first quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. Here we go, quarter number 2. Nokomis with the ball, and they lead by 6 after trailing by 6. So we've had a 12-point swing. Warriors have found their offense. Here's Drew Grant. Grant to Townsend. Townsend on the right, guarded by Curian. Circles around to the left. Down low, picked off there by Brayton Davidson. Over to Cole. Curian, that is. Cole Curian shovels off to Pellerin. Trevor. Out front, works it, foul line left, picks the dribble up there, kicks it left corner for Moore. Moore outside for Bradford. Lawrence needs a hoop. Cole Curian pops out, has it at the top. Curian works it, foul line left, now foul line right, goes in, uses his pivot foot, nicely hits the runner. A lot of work there for Cole Curian for the field goal. 15-11, Lawrence needed a hoop, they got it. Nokomis by 4. Down low, it's Bowden. Right side, Grant drops back in three-point land, misses the 3, rebound Curian. Curian out of the shoot, lost it, tipped away. Picked up by Grant. Grant ahead to Townsend. Townsend galloping, slowed down, back to Grant, back to Townsend. Townsend over on the left to Bowden. Bowden hands off to Townsend on the weave. Townsend retrieves. Townsend stops, he pops, a 3, no. That was way off, rebound scoots over to Bradford. Bradford down in the corner, there's Moore. Moore squares up from 15, knocks it down. 15-13. The lead is 2. Nokomis trying to get a split. Nokomis girls blown out by Lawrence 61-40 in our opener here today. There's a foul as Grant tried to take it into the paint and fouled out front.
Neither of these teams are really teams that like to run and gun, but that's kind of how this game's gone.
Yeah.
They've tried to play at a fast pace, and both teams have turned the ball over a ton because of it.
Tempo a little quicker than we thought. 6:11 to go in the first half. Nokomis ball. Jeff Grant will put it into play. Now we get a sub coming in. Owen Buck is going to come in for Dawson Townsend. Nokomis with the ball. They lead by 2. Eventually, this ball is going to get put into play.
You think?
Grant lobs it back for Buck. Over to Grant. Right side, Bowden open for 3. No, it is a little bit long. The rebound cleared by Moore. Moore to the middle. Curian a stutter step, drives, blows in, can't use it, but he got fouled. Foul is on Carr.
Yeah, nice up fake there by Curian to get some penetration. He got in, drew the foul.
Second foul on Carr. Whipped outside, it's Moore. Moore drives. It's shut off there by Buck. Now outside the 3, no good by Cole Curian. Rebound is cleared by Drew Grant. Grant over to Buck. Buck stops, fakes, doesn't use it. On him there is Moore. Got to get rid of it here pretty quick. Did to Bowden. Just beat the clock there. Bowden on the left, 5.5 to go. Whipped it over to Carr. Carr drives. Count it. 1 for Jeff Carr. 17-13 pending a free throw.
And that's better from Nokomis, just in the half-court set. You see it here on the Mid-State Machine replay. Lawrence player tried to pick it off, and an easy lane to the basket and 1.
So Grant at the line. The foul was on Trevor Pellerin. 18-11. Excuse me, 18-13. The lead is 5. This is Nokomis's biggest lead of the game. And a steal there. Back in the game, Tom Nice. Over to Bowden. Bowden left side to Carr. Carr whips it back outside. Buck for 3. No, way off, but he runs down the deep rebound. Buck had it knocked away by Roy. Buck retrieves. Over to Marrow. Mac Marrow back in. Junior drifts to the right. On the sidelines to Grant. Trying to post up Nice. Bowden. Bounce pass to Buck. At the foul line. Buck dribbles, loses it. Here's Curian. Curian on the fast break all the way. Laid it up short. Rebound squirts up into the air, and Grant able to pick it off. Pass up to Marrow. 4.5 to go. In the first half, 18-13. Bowden a 3. No from the left wing. Rebound, Grant. Boy, where did those ups come from? Rebound, Nice. Saved it, but he threw it away. Nope, it's tipped by Lawrence. So it's going to go to the Bulldogs coming in. Dawson Townsend. And Grant will check out.
Now Grant's going to check in. That was Carr that came out.
Okay, you're right. Carr and Grant is coming in. And coming in for Lawrence, Leighton Bradford. Coming out is Dawson Moore. Lawrence trying to squeeze out a win. They're 0-5, playing without Michael Hamlin and without another player whose name I can't remember. Who's the other player who's out for Lawrence, aside from Proctor? Yes, thank you. Lucas Proctor. Left corner, it's Grant. Grant drives, floater, left it short, but right there, Nice to scoop it up, hit the shot, and get fouled. Yeah, Lucas Proctor might have been able to play better defense there because of his size, but he's out. Michael Hamlin out after shoulder surgery. Proctor out with a knee injury. Those 2 starters are really missed by the Lawrence Bulldogs. The foul here was on Davidson. The free throw missed by Tom Nice, but it's 20-13. Nokomis up by 7. Left corner, Curian for 3, rolled out. Rebound though, Braden Davidson. Back outside, Curian will try it again. Why not? It's no good. Rebound again to Lawrence. Roy to Curian. 20-13. Curian a trip to the right. Hands it off there for Preston Roy. Now to Davidson. To the foul line. Long one is way off by Keegan Littlefield. It was tipped, I guess. And the loose ball to Grant. Nokomis with the ball. They lead 7. Spotting up is Davidson for 3. No good. Deep rebound. Run down by Roy. Outlet pass got tipped there by Buck. And they're able to hang on to it. Nokomis. Buck gets it back from Grant. Now to Dawson Townsend. Townsend to the cutter. That's Bowden. Stops. Foul line pop. Bang. Timeout called by Jason Pellerin. He wants a full one. We'll take it to 2:55 to go in the third. It's Nokomis 22, Lawrence 13. Back after this on The Score.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201.
Well, it's Cole Kurian or bust so far for the Lawrence Bulldogs. He's got 8 of their 13.
And that's about what we expected coming into this. The question for Lawrence was who else can score, and right now it hasn't been much.
Who else has only got 5?
Yeah.
Kurian's got 8. That's not enough. Here's Lawrence with the ball. Here is Mr. Kurian. Cole drives, ball fake, throws it up, doesn't go, but he is going to go to the line. Draws a foul there, and right now that's going to have to do for the offense for Lawrence. So after a 6-0 start, Nokomis has outscored Lawrence 22-7. Kurian at the line, hits. And that breaks a 7-0 run. Back in Trevor Pellerin for Lawrence. Dawson Moore is also back in. One more for Kurian. The foul was on Drew Grant. Second shot is good. 22-14, it's 8. Here's Dawson Townsend. Some pressure by Lawrence. Townsend over the timeline, over to Buck. He almost lost it. Buck beats a double team, and he's got a foul that he drew on the way by, right on the sidelines there.
Yeah, and I don't hate this idea of pressure from Lawrence, trying to generate a little bit of offense from defense in the backcourt.
See if you can do it. Going to be a Nokomis ball on the sideline, putting it into play Drew Grant. Warriors with the ball and a 7-point lead, 22-15. Grant lobs it in. Somebody forgot Dawson Townsend. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah, I think he's the second tallest player on the court.
He's a pretty big guy. It's pretty hard to lose him, but Lawrence did. And he got a bunny out of it, 24-15. Defensive breakdown there by the Bulldogs. Can't afford that when you're up against it already. The lead is 9. Kurian jacks a 3. Yes! Boy, do they need that. Gets it back to 6, 24-18. Coming down to 2 minutes to go in the first half. Townsend in the back. Pellerin swats at it, didn't come away with it on the trap. They find Bowden. Bowden goes in hard. No. Power move there, couldn't finish it. Rebound by Moore. Pellerin over to Kurian. Kurian a stutter step. Shovels it over, almost threw it away, did. Dawson Moore not able to reach back and get that. Another unforced turnover by Lawrence. Buck 47 remaining. All right, here comes Nokomis. On the drive, it's Grant, and a foul.
Good take there by Drew Grant. His brother Alex on the team. I think he graduated last year, a big part of that state championship team, and then the team the year after that ended up finishing the 2 seed. Got upset in the first round, but some good Nokomis teams after the Cooper Flag era. His brother was a part of them, and now Drew stepping into that role. Coming off the bench today.
Free throw is no good. We'll get one more. Trevor Pellerin has 3 now for Lawrence. That's an issue. Stays 24-18. One more free throw here for Grant. Drew Grant with 1:40 to play. Second one on the way. Got it. 25-18. It's 7. Here's Kurian to Davidson. Freshman Ryder Provost is in, number 21. Here's Provost. Yes, he is Maddie's kid brother. To Moore. Moore, now to Kurian. Kurian holds, whips it over foul line left to Davidson. Davidson a runner, doesn't go, a lot of contact. Who's it going to be? It's a defensive foul. And it is going to go on Nokomis. And it is Bowden or Carr? It's Carr.
Got to look at that one on the replay. It's close.
Number 3. Yeah, I was wondering. That's why I waited.
Yeah, he came sliding across. It looked like his feet were set, but a lot of bodies in there. Tough to really tell.
So at the line here, Braden Davidson, the 6'2 senior, and he missed. Owen Buck coming in. That's Jason Pellerin. You might have been able to figure out who's got 2, who's got 4. Second shot is good. Timeout is taken. A 30-second timeout by Nokomis. With 1:13 to go, they'll set it up here, up by 6, 25-19.
And Lawrence hanging around. They haven't been all that great. It's been the Cole Kurian show, and he's done well to score some points for Lawrence, and they're hanging around within 6. I think if you're Nokomis, Coach Grant is going to want to pull away a little bit here before the halftime break.
Yeah, you've got to find something else, though, if you're Lawrence. It's great that Cole Kurian's having the great game that he is having, but you have got to get some offense from someone other than Cole Kurian. And thus far, it really hasn't happened.
Yeah, Coach Pellerin might be looking for a little bit of Provost magic off the bench.
Let's see what you can get. Josh Grant, meanwhile, has seen his team start off down 6 and come back and lead 6. Bowden almost had it taken away, looped it back out for Grant. Circling around is Townsend, minute to go. Nokomis with the ball, they lead by 6. That's picked up by Kurian. Goes behind his back, pass goes over. Here's Bradford, under up, offensive foul is called. Offensive foul called. And it goes back to Nokomis. Trevor Pellerin with, Bradford, yeah, with the foul. Or Drew committed the foul. Here over the timeline is Grant. Pop out up top, almost stolen by Bradford. Coming out to get it is Buck. On the cut now, Bowden stops, pops, hits. Boy, that's a tough shot. 26-19, he can play. The lead is 7. Largest lead has been 9. Outside Littlefield. Over to Bradford. Bradford fouled out front by Owen Buck. Lawrence will put it into play on the left. They go into Pellerin. Pellerin works it over to the right. Now back up top to Cole Kurian. Kurian with 6. Tricky dribble, steps back, fires a 3, got it! And that'll end the half, and it sure ends on a good note for the Lawrence Bulldogs as it cuts the lead to 5.
And I talked in that last time about Nokomis potentially pulling away before the break, and that's a dagger. What a shot from Kurian.
So Cole Kurian, who had a great start, struggled in the middle parts of the game, but hits a 3 just short of the horn, and the lead is 5 for Nokomis at halftime. Our score from Folsom Gym in Fairfield, Game 2. The Nokomis boys 27, the Lawrence boys 22. It is halftime. We will come back after this on The Score.
Egan.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, Ryan Bell, all back here live at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. Time for our second quarter breakdown. It's brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. A 9-0 Nokomis run ended the first quarter. Warriors took a 6-point lead into the second quarter, built it up to as much as 9. Lawrence, though, chipped away at it late, got a Cole Curian 3. A couple of seconds shy of halftime, and they closed the gap to 5, 27-22. Lawrence actually outscored Nokomis in the second quarter by a count of 13-12. So we might look back at that 9-0 run and see just how much of a factor that it played in the game, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Nokomis had some good spells of offense, but they were streaky. Townsend had some moments late in the first quarter, early in the second. Then he cooled off. Bowden hit a couple of shots as well, but they haven't been able to consistently score, and Lawrence has taken advantage of that and hit some timely threes to stay in this game.
Yeah, they sure have, and Curian, who started out hitting a couple in the first quarter, they got 3 threes there in the first few minutes of the game. By the way, halftime brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations, your building project partner, HammondLumber.com. Curian hit a couple of threes. They jumped out, had 3 threes right off, led by a count of 9-2. Nokomis took over, had that 9-0 run to finish the first quarter. Then in the second quarter, Lawrence again chipped away at things, got some offense from some other people, but they got the 3 from Curian with a couple of seconds left to win the quarter, 13-12. So a good finish for Lawrence. Can they sustain that in the second half?
Yeah, they've kind of been living and dying by the 3, and they've shot the 3 fairly well. They're going to have to keep doing that in the second half if they're going to have any chance in this one, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to.
Well, one thing about Lawrence, I think, all year is you've got to keep the score down if you're the Bulldogs. If you get out of the 40s and into the 50s, I think they're going to struggle to score without Hamlin and without Proctor. And this game now, 27 points at halftime, certainly headed for the 50s. That's not a spot that Lawrence wants to be because they just don't have the offense.
Yeah, and you make a good point. I mean, Lawrence has done fairly well defensively at times. They've given some pressure in the backcourt. They've gotten some traps along the baseline and the sidelines, and that's when they've really thrived and been able to stop Nokomis. And then on the other side, if you're the Warriors, you think, well, we've just turned the ball over a ton as well and shot ourselves in the foot. I think Nokomis is capable of scoring in the 50s on this Lawrence team, and we might see that in the second half. If you're Lawrence, you really got to continue to defend well and maybe even defend better, because you're not, like you said, you're not a team that's going to score all that well offensively.
Taking a look at our schedule after Christmas, this obviously our final broadcast before Christmas. We're off until Friday night, the 27th. Hamden Academy is here to take on the Lawrence Bulldogs. Game time there is 6:30. Then on Saturday afternoon, the 28th, we've got a matinee for you, boys basketball, when Erskine Academy is at MCI for a boys hoop game for a 1:30 start. And then Monday, the 30th, a week from today, we've got another matinee. We'll be down in Gardner as the Lawrence Bulldogs take on the Gardner Tigers in girls basketball. That should be a good one. Game time there is 1:30. All of those games on at centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, all of our platforms, and of course on YouTube. Please go and subscribe. Go to at Central Maine Sports, and while you are there, subscribe, click the notifications bell. That means you'll be notified when games begin and when we drop special features like score lights and our score players of the game. You got some numbers, Ryan?
Yeah, Nokomis from the free throw line, 3 for 7. Lawrence 3 for 4, so Nokomis an area to clean up, knocking down from the charity stripe. And then in terms of rebounds, Lawrence has hung in there despite having a little bit less size. In the first quarter, Nokomis only had 2 more rebounds, 9-7, and then in that second quarter, a lot more rebounds for both sides. It was 16-15, again in favor of Nokomis. But Lawrence hanging around in that category.
Yeah, and hanging around, period, Ryan. I mean, it's a 5-point ball game. I mean, Nokomis, after being behind 6-0, has controlled the game until about midway through the second quarter when Lawrence finally was able to slow them down, get some points from people other than Cole Kurian. Kurian hit the 3, a couple of seconds left, and 5 points is a workable position for Lawrence to be in.
Kurian with 16 points in that first half. He's on pace for 32 right now.
Who's that?
Kurian.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so 16 of the 22, and you got to find some more balance there for sure. There's no question about it. And that's what Lawrence will seek to do here as we get ready to roll in the second half. So second half action just a few minutes away. The score here at halftime, which has been brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner. Find them at hammondlumber.com. The score at halftime is Nokomis 27, Lawrence 22. Second half action in this one coming up after this on The Score.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
All righty, here we go. Second half action. Mike Violet, Ryan Bell, AJ Knight, Ashley Knight. Alan is here running our scoreboard, doing our computer graphics. We got the whole crew here. This must be a special game. It's Bell. Yeah.
Holiday magic.
There you go. Well, next time I come back, that's what I'm just going to say. Holiday magic, back with you.
All right.
That's what we are.
I mean, that's quite the name.
Holiday magic here at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. Well, Jason Pellerin looking for some holiday magic, that's for sure. Looking for his first win of the year. It's been a tough season. And let's see what the Bulldogs can do here in the second half. Down by 5, they have the basketball. It is Roy, Kurian, Littlefield, Brady Richards, who hasn't played much in the first half, is back in there along with Braden Davidson. And Richards outside to Kurian. Kurian's had a big first half. Banks that one in, and it's down to 3. 27-24. That's 18 for Kurian now. On the drive, Bowden. Bowden left corner, 3 ball, no good by Carr. Rebound out of bounds. Should be Lawrence's ball. Is. So the Bulldogs off to a good start. On the bank shot by Kurian. He's got it now, 27-24. Left side, open 3, Roy. Shot no good, left it short for 3. Rebound, Dawson Townsend. Townsend over to Merrow. Merrow drives, stops. Back up top, now to Bowden. Seth Bowden, guarded there by Braden Davidson. Drives, kind of a little push off there with the forearm. Back outside, it's Townsend to Bowden. Bowden guarded by Kurian. Big size advantage there for Bowden for sure. Townsend backs it out. A pick from Nice. Not much of a roll. Townsend over to Bowden. Left corner, that's Grant. Drives, shut off by Littlefield. Back up top to Bowden. Bowden drives through, bams into everybody, and an offensive foul is called. Seth Bowden gets rung up there, and Lawrence with a 3 can tie this basketball game.
And that's just been the story for Nokomis, and another margin for you, 7-7 in terms of turnovers for both teams. But that's been the story for Nokomis. They just really haven't been able to consistently find anything on offense. It's been some mini runs, if you will, that have given them their points.
Here's Kurian. Drives, left baseline, taken away by Bowden. 5-on-4. Bowden over to Grant. Grant back outside. Here's Merrow. They had numbers, couldn't use it. Now Townsend over to Bowden. Right side Merrow. Merrow in the corner, curls in, jump pass up top to Bowden. Bowden baseline, left side to Grant. Lost it, got it back. Cutting is Bowden. Great pass to Nice. Nice in traffic. Richards, jump ball. Good block there by Richards, who's playing with 3 fouls, is he not? What do you have him for, AJ? 2? Okay, 2 fouls. Inbounding here, Bowden. Lobbed it in for Townsend. Townsend trying to back in and post up Cole, and he does. Fadeaway pop there is good. 29-24. Nice hoop for Townsend. Here's Kurian. Takes a trip to the right. Stutter step, another stutter step. Backs it outside. Goes to Pellerin. Or check that to Littlefield. Littlefield. Jump pass left side. Handled there nicely by Davidson. Davidson in trouble. Jump pass back outside to Littlefield. Littlefield drives, left corner, open for 3 is Roy. Got it to roll in. 29-27. It is down to 2. 5:20 remaining in the third. Bowden hands it off to Merrow. Merrow knocked down there by Davidson, and a foul call on Braden Davidson. Coming in for Nokomis is Drew Grant for Mac Merrow. Carr will put it into play. Carr way in the backcourt to Drew Grant. Just in. Right side Townsend. Townsend on the wing, out front to Grant. Popping out left side is, check that, it was Carr, now to Grant. Now a 3 ball is good by Bowden from the top of the circle. Seth Bowden buries it, 32-27. It's 5. Right side Littlefield. Littlefield bombs away and it's good. 32-30, back to 2.
3's raining in now.
4:40 to go in the third. Townsend fakes on Kurian. Drives in, shut off there on the blind side by Davidson, but they ring Davidson up. Inbounding situation, 3 fouls for Davidson. Thank you, AJ. And so that means Dawson Moore is going to come in, and Braden Davidson will sit. Dawson Moore, 6-foot junior. Carr will put it into play. Carr into Townsend, launches a three. No, just a shade long. Rebound, he got his own. Oh, man, there was a huge collision there, and a foul is called, and Townsend got the call on Lawrence. Inbounding situation for Carr. Yet again. Carr looks. Carr lobs it back over the defense to Grant. Grant right side. Takes a trip on Roy. Goes in, floats in, hits it off the glass. Nice move. 34-30. Back to 4. Cole Kurian on the right. 4:10 to go in the third. Nice give and go there. No. Shot is up. Brady Richards missed a bunny. Littlefield fouled on the rebound. Boy, Richards has got to make that shot. Trevor Pellerin about to come in. Leighton Bradford going to come in as well after the free throw. Littlefield, the lefty, will shoot two. Got it. 34-31. All right, Pellerin in for Roy. One more for Keegan Littlefield, the 5'9" sophomore. Got it. 34-32. Coming in is Bradford, coming out Littlefield. So Jason Pellerin playing a lot of guys. Keep the troops fresh. Bulldogs with full court pressure. Townsend will inbound it. He can run the baseline, of course. Nobody on the ball. 34-32, Drew Grant. Guarded by Pellerin. Gives him some room. Now jumping up Curie, and that is a turnover.
That Grant just lost it off his own foot there. You can see it on the replay.
The Mid-State Machine replay showing it right off the foot. Back in for Lawrence is Keegan Littlefield. Richards is out. So Lawrence with a smaller lineup here. Bulldog basketball. Here's Pellerin in the back. Pellerin on the right. Coming out Kurian. Kurian circles in, kicks it left corner to Moore. Moore knocked away from behind. That's a foul on Seth Bowden. Reached in. Number 3 on Bowden. So a little trouble there. Keep an eye on that with 3:43 to go in the third in a 2-point game. Here's Littlefield trying to inbound on the baseline. That should be a foul on Grant. There it is as he knocked down, kind of gave Pellerin a little hip check there. So Lawrence will take that. 4th foul on the team. Littlefield. And he didn't do it, or did he get a timeout? Jason Pellerin got the timeout. He got a 30, so he saved the day there. We'll keep it here. 3:43 remaining to go in the third. 34-32.
He did save the day there because the inbound pass would have been a turnover.
I think it was either going to get turned over if they threw it in, or he was one count away from being counted out on a 5-second. So Jason Pellerin saves the day with the TO. 2-point ball game. 34-32. Nokomis in the lead.
Lawrence give up almost 66 points a game in this early season. They've held Nokomis to 34 through 2.5, and we talked at halftime about keeping them under that 50 mark, and they've done all right. They've hung around. Just haven't been able to get over that hump quite yet.
6-0 start for Lawrence. They battled back from being down by as many as 9 since then to cut it to 2. Here's Pellerin to put it into play. Nobody open. They try to get it to Kurian. It's tipped, and it's out off Townsend. It should be, yes. Boy, Lawrence all of a sudden can't get the ball in bounds. They want it to go to Kurian, I believe. There it is. Reverse, got it! Cole Kurian ties it up on a funky reverse move and a nice pass by Trevor Pellerin. And Curian on the cut there. Good call by Jason Pellerin. Right corner, Owen Buckin, number 11. Down low to Bowden. He muscles up. Counted and one! Seth Bowden. A power move there by number 20. He hit the shot and he got fouled. The foul was on Dawson Moore. That was pure brute strength there by Seth Bowden.
Lawrence only had 2 made field goals other than Curian in the first half. Roy and Littlefield each have a 3 already in this third quarter.
Still Cole Curian dominated.
It is, but he's got a little bit of support.
Davidson coming in and Dawson Moore coming out. Bowden at the line, can't finish off a three-point play. It rims out. Davidson with a rebound. Here's Curian. Cole to the left. 3:20 to go in the quarter. Whips a pass inside Davidson. It's not there. 3 in the corner by Bradford. No good. Rebound Dawson Townsend. Hooks a pass to Bowden. Bowden in trouble and he got fouled. A little ahead of himself there on the dribble, but he got fouled. And that is 4 on Braden Davidson. So Jason Pellerin walking down the line there, looking for someone to put in the ball game, and it's going to be Preston Roy. Bowden at the line hits. 37-34, Davidson out, Roy in.
An already small Lawrence team gets smaller.
They definitely get smaller because Preston Roy, 5'7". Second shot, no good. Rebound, though, back up. And no good by Buck. And the rebound hauled down there by Roy, talking about how small he is, and he grabs that rebound. And the foul is on Buck. And this will be shots for Lawrence. So 15 foul. And at the line goes Preston Roy. Roy misses. Interesting style of shooting. He stands about 6 inches beyond the line, or maybe 3 or 4 inches beyond the line. One more for Roy. Second one is good. 37-35. The lead is 2. 3 minutes to go in the third. Grant. Popping out is Townsend out deep. Looking it over, there's Bowden. Bowden, left corner for Buck. Trying to go down low in the post, and it's picked off by Curian, intended for Townsend. Curian, a fake. Now tries to go, loses an edge there, and the ball's loose. Flipped up by Grant right to Townsend. Townsend, or check that, it was Bowden to Townsend. Way back out deep to Bowden. Bowden fakes a pass. Bowden backs it out, hands it off to Buck. Now Townsend pops out top of the circle. 37-35, Nokomis by 2. Townsend over to the left. Townsend, timeout called by Josh Grant. Trying to save the day there. They were in a bit of trouble. Full timeout, we'll take it to 2:11 to go in the third. We have got ourselves a 2-point ball game. It's Nokomis 37, Lawrence 35. Back after this on The Score.
From the moment you check in at Kennebec Eye Care, you'll be greeted with a smile. From there, you'll be given a comprehensive and thorough eye exam from Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobeck, or Dr. Kaylee Brown. Once your examination is completed, they'll go over what steps need to be taken to improve your eyesight needs with glasses or contacts. If you're a current patient or looking to become a new patient, then see the eye specialists at Kennebec Eye Care. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists since 1955.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
2:11 to go into third. Nokomis ball after their timeout. And putting it into play in the front court, Drew Grant. Grant goes into Carr. Carr at the top. On the right, Townsend. In the right corner, back to Grant. Grant for three. Haven't seen him shoot much, and that may be the reason why he airmailed it. Rebound out of the shoot, Bradford. Bradford steps back. Hands it off to Keegan Littlefield. Back to Bradford. Bradford takes a trip to the right. Stutter step goes in, and the runner is no good, but a foul on the play. Brady Richards going to come back.
During that timeout, the focus for Lawrence was keeping them out of the post. We had a good vantage point on their team talk, and Coach Pellerin said they're going to try and front the post as much as possible.
At the line, Leighton Bradford. The foul was on Tom Nice, and he missed the free throw. One more for Bradford. Got the second one. 1 point game. He'll be replaced by Brady Richards, who has 4. Okay.
Richards has 2.
Only 2? Okay, Richards only has 2 fouls, so he's not in trouble. It's Bradford who's got 4. All right, in the backcourt, Townsend. Bounce pass up to Grant, back to Townsend. Townsend jump pass down low. Good defense there by Brady Richards, and he makes the difference. He tips it. Loose ball scooped up there by Roy to Kurian. Kurian back to Pellerin. Pellerin with a stutter step. Shovels a pass and works it back out front. Lawrence does to Kurian. Kurian steps back. 3 is no good. Rebound, Richards. Kept it alive. Back it goes. Littlefield to Cole Kurian. Lawrence with another possession. Pellerin. Pellerin fouled on the play by Tom Nice. And Pellerin will shoot. 2 shots here for Trevor Pellerin. 1:08 to go in the third. This one has been a grinder, hasn't it?
It has. A lot closer than I think, at least I expected coming into this one. Lawrence, yeah, that's right. AJ did say pregame he thought this was going to be the closer of the 2 games, and he's been very much
spot
correct.
on. Yeah. It's 37 all, and Lawrence has the first lead for the Bulldogs since 9-6. It's been a while between drinks. Here's Bowden. Bulldogs have the lead. 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. Townsend jump step up. No. Would have counted had it gone, but he's going to go to the line.
He'll want that one back. A good look at it.
Real good look. Real good look. All right, Dawson Townsend at the line. The foul on Preston Roy. His first. Oh, the foul's on Kurian, excuse me. His second. I always read that board wrong. That always throws me off. They have the foul number first, a dash, and then the number of the player. So it's on Kurian, his second. 2 free throws by Dawson Townsend. And Nokomis back in front. 39-38. 48 seconds left. In the corner, Roy for 3. No good. Rebound flying through there is Littlefield, but he could not get possession of it. And Townsend knocked it back outside to Grant. Left corner, open Carr. No. Rebound, top. Oh, Bowden, what a play! Seth Bowden, a great putback there. That's going to be on the highlight reel. And it makes it 41-38. Outside with it, Keegan Littlefield to Kurian. They're going to wait for one. No, they're not. They're going to throw it away. It's picked off by Nice to Townsend. Townsend with 6. Townsend to Bowden. Bowden stops, fires, and it is no good. It would have counted had it gone. And with 0.6 seconds left in the third quarter, he is going to shoot 3. So Seth Bowden missed.
Free throws haven't been Nokomis' strong suit today. They're 3 for 7 in that first half.
2 more here for Seth Bowden. He's going to shoot 3. 2 more. Second one is good. 42-38. The Provost twins come in.
Bowden 2 for 5 from the line now.
Miles and Ryder, they're both in with 0.6 of a second left. And it's 42-38. It's good. 43-38. Get the ball in. That's the quarter. Score at the end of 3 from Folsom Gym in Fairfield. Nokomis Warriors 43 and the Lawrence Bulldogs 38. This is high school basketball on the place for local sports, The Score.
At Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, they're proud to be a second-generation family-owned grocery store with locations in Herman and Pittsfield. They focus on providing fresh produce, high-quality meats, delicious bakery items, and a well-stocked deli. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket cuts and grinds fresh meat daily, and they offer Maine lobsters year-round. They also bake fresh bread, pastries, and other sweet treats every single morning. For added convenience, online shopping is available at their Herman location with contactless curbside pickup ready in as little as 2 hours. Come discover Danforth's Down Home Supermarket.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, Ryan Bell back here live at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. Time for our third quarter breakdown. It's brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. 16-16. Each team scored 16 points in the third quarter. The good news for Lawrence is they took their first lead since about midway through the first quarter at 38-37. Bad news is they've been outscored since that time 6-0. Our third quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. So Lawrence has had a comeback or two so far. They're going to need one more. Down 5 here, 43-38. They have played this Nokomis team awful tough. Littlefield to put it into play. Here we go, Cole Kurian. And they throw it away. What was that?
Not the way you wanted to start that fourth quarter.
Just a flat-out giveaway there as Littlefield wasn't even looking. Inbounds pass to Bowden. Bowden shut off. Back to Dawson Townsend. Townsend picked his dribble up way early. Laid it over to Grant. Grant. Back outside to Bowden. Bowden drifts in. Quick dribble. Throws up a wild runner. It is no good. Rebound cleared by Brady Richards. To Littlefield. Over to Kurian. Kurian to Littlefield. Littlefield back outside to Kurian. To Littlefield. Littlefield. Over to Kurian. Way in the corner to Roy. Roy for three. Got it! Preston Roy. 3-ball corner pocket.
It's about as good a look as you're going to get, and he drilled it.
43-41. Nokomis by 2. 1 minute gone in the fourth. Carr up top to Grant. Drew Grant on the pop out. Townsend. Townsend right wing. Circles. Foul line pop. The fadeaway. Looked good when it left. It just won't go. Hung on the rim. Rebound Richards. Pellerin. Pellerin a stutter step now to Kurian. Kurian floats in. Kurian, nice layup to Richards. He hits and he's fouled. That ties the game at 43. First field goal of the game, AJ tells us, for Brady Richards. And the foul was on Nice. And Richards hits the free throw, 44-43. Lawrence back in front. Bulldogs have scored 6 straight. Grant. Way outside, guarded by Pellerin. Over to Carr, almost stolen there by Littlefield. Carr whips it back to Nice. Now to Grant. Looking to post up Bowden. They get it there, wide post. He's doubled. Bowden bounce pass down low. Good pass. Richards called for the foul on Dawson Townsend, who will get 2.
Well, that's what Nokomis wanted. They wanted to get it down to Bowden. Lawrence did a good job to shift over and get 2 on him. It's just a great breaking pass there from Bowden to get it across.
That was a really pretty pass. So Dawson Townsend, the senior, at the line. Hits. We're tied again. Coming in for Nokomis, Owen Buck, Tom Nice out. Coming in for Lawrence, Leighton Bradford. Coming out, Brady Richards. Some nice minutes there from Richards. One more for Townsend, trying to break the tie. He does. 45-44. Nokomis by 1. A nip and tuck ball game. Kurian drives, goes up, gets hit, and fouled. Helped up by Townsend, and Cole going to the line. 2 shots.
He's just so good off that dribble, creating space for himself, and draws the foul that time.
After the game, we'll pick our Flagship Cinemas Score Player of the Game. Shot is good. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. 45 all. One more for Kurian, this one for the lead. Hits. 46-45, seesaw we go. Grant, harassed by Kurian, runs away from him, little push, little love tap. Back outside to Townsend. Townsend drives in with purpose, and he lays it in. That was nice. Beautiful finger roll.
He created all that space from a nice jab step on the perimeter and used his body to get to the rack.
47-46. Ride that seesaw, baby. Roy for 3, no. Rebound there to Dawson Townsend. To Grant to Townsend. To Bowden. In the corner, Carr, 3, no. Rimmed out, rebound, Kurian. They got numbers. Kurian to the middle. Kurian to the basket. Kurian all the way, and he lays it in! Coast to coast for Cole Kurian. 48-47. 5 minutes to go. Grant to Townsend. Townsend holds. Now Carr comes out to Grant on the weave. Guarded by Littlefield. Over on the left. They kick it over to Buck. Buck down low to Bowden. Hooks around. Turns. Hits. Tough shot for the big guy. 49-48. Nokomis back in front. Kurian in the far corner. It's Pellerin. Pellerin to the foul line. Jump pass out to Roy. Roy turned down the 3. Now they go back out front to Pellerin. Pellerin will take it. Long one is way off. Rebound grabbed though by Bradford. Jason Pellerin wanted a timeout. They're not going to give you one there. Bowden left corner. Carr spots up. It's no good. Deep rebound. Great job there by Keegan Littlefield to win that war. And we got a foul on Nokomis. Yeah, that is the 4th foul on Bowden. Wow, that's a factor.
It's a big factor.
Coming in for Lawrence is Braden Davidson. Coming out, Trevor Pellerin. So Bowden has 4 fouls.
He's been their main source of offense in this second half. It'd be a huge loss. He's going to stay in the game.
3:56 to go. Josh Grant will keep him in. Here's Cole Kurian. Lawrence with the ball, down 1. 49-48. He'll take the 3. That one's short, off the front rim. Rebound Bowden. He got fouled by Pellerin. Nope, he got fouled by Littlefield. Fouls on Keegan Littlefield. Timeout for Jason Pellerin. It's a 30. Gives us time to thank more of our sponsors here as we close in on the end of the year. Our friends at Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We Dig Dirt by Casella Waste for your residential and commercial trash pickup, computer improvements, sales of computers and accessories. To service, they are your go-to computer store, and our good friends at Height Chevrolet in Skowhegan. Height, our family is here for your family. Without those sponsors, we don't do these games. They've been with us all year in 2024, and we are looking forward to having all of them again in 2025. So Jason Pellerin with a 30-second timeout. 3:47 remaining. 1 point lead for Nokomis. Warriors with the ball. Townsend to put it into play. Remember, Bowden's got 4 fouls. Into Merrow, who hasn't played much. He starts, but he doesn't play much. Merrow being absolutely covered like a glove by Littlefield. They get it to the foul line. Townsend, all net for Dawson Townsend. 51-48. Here's Littlefield. Littlefield drives and a foul before the shot. We'll get 2 either way.
That was a big shot from Townsend on the other end. Wide open, you expect him to hit it, but...
Check that, he doesn't get 2. They're not over the limit yet. Littlefield to put it in. Did get it in, and the shot is up, no good by Davidson. Had a pretty good look and missed it. That's a big miss. 51-48, Lawrence needs a stop with 3:10 to go. Breaking away, wide open, Buck lays it in. Somebody lost him. Suddenly it's 5. 53-48, bullet pass right side to Littlefield. Littlefield drives, lays it up, left-handed, counted and one! Oh, Keegan Littlefield, left-handed. Hit the driving hook layup, and it's 53-50, and that is the end of the game for Seth Bowden. That's a big foul out there. Bowden is gone, Tom Nice is in.
And from bad to worse for Nokomis. You get the and one, give up the points, and now Seth Bowden is done for the night.
That's a dream scenario there for Lawrence. At the line, Littlefield trying to finish off a 3-point play, make it a 2-point game. Got a discussion here. Jeff Mertzel's talking to Josh Grant. 2 other officials having a conversation. Now we're ready to go. Littlefield finishes it off. We got a 2-point game. 53-51 and a foul. Possession foul. Lawrence with pressure. Townsend to put it in. Nokomis without Seth Bowden. Open is Grant. He gets the pass. Grant with 2:45 to go. Lead pass there for Buck. Buck shut off on the play by Leighton Bradford. Back outside. They whip it around to Carr. Carr, left to right drive. He almost walked outside to Buck. Buck, foul line, left corner. Carr for 3. Short. Rebound. Great job there by Bradford, who got it over to Roy. Here comes Kirian. A 2 will tie it. A 3 will put Lawrence ahead. Right side, they throw it away. It's saved there. He should have just let it go. Instead, Nokomis comes away with it, knocked out of bounds by Davidson.
Game of pinball over there.
Button, who's got the button? But Lawrence lost the button, and they shouldn't have. And we have a timeout. Full timeout. We'll take a quickie as well. 2:16 to go in regulation. It's Nokomis 53, Lawrence 51. Back after this on The Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Short timeout, short commercial break. Back here live. Mike Violet, Ryan Bell, AJ Knight, Ashley Knight, Allen. We're all here. The gang is all here at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. The Nokomis Warriors looking to get a split, as Lawrence girls won the first game easily, 61-40. This one has been nip and tuck, a grinder all game. Nokomis is led by as many as 9. Lawrence has come back here, gritty second half. And with 2:16 to go, it is a 2-point game, Nokomis with the ball. The possession arrow in favor of Nokomis, should we get a held ball. Into Grant. Grant in the back. Guarded by Roy. Over the timeline to Dawson. Townsend, that is. Townsend, fade away, left wing. All net for Dawson Townsend. Big shot. 55-51. It's 4. Under 2 minutes to go. Curian drives in, kicks it left side to Roy for three. No. Rebound to Nice. To Townsend. Jump pass over to Grant. Get it over the timeline. Give and go to Townsend. Pulls up on a dime, hits the shot. And Dawson Townsend has hit 2 in a row. And it's up to 6. Lawrence running out of time, and Jason Pellerin wants time. Full will hang here. 1:31 to go, and suddenly, since Lawrence led 48-47, they have been outscored 10-3.
It's just been streaky all night from Nokomis. One player catches fire and they'll score a bunch in a row. This time it's Townsend. It's Ben Bowden who's out of the game now. But Nokomis catching fire at the right time. 1:30 to go. They're up 6.
So Jason Pellerin needs a hoop and a stop or stops and turnovers.
Well, the one thing they do have going for them is they shoot the 3 ball well, and they've done well shooting it tonight. So if they get a couple of stops, they can come back in a hurry.
All right. It is Davidson, Roy, Littlefield, Curian, and Pellerin out there. Small lineup for sure for Lawrence. See who Josh Grant sends out. It'll be Drew Grant, Owen Buck, Dawson Townsend, Carr is out there, and Tom Nice. So they got some size, although Braden Davidson, 6'2", pretty big. Anyway, here we go. It's Pellerin into Littlefield. Need a quick hoop. Littlefield almost misplayed it. Popping out up top, Pellerin over to Curian. They want him to shoot it. Curian looking for the shot, not there. Over to Pellerin. We're down to 1:15. Pellerin stops on the elbow. Inside, threw it away. Got to get back, though. Nice job there by Braden Davidson. Back to Littlefield. They got to shoot the ball. Curian from way deep, on the way, and he shot it and hit it. 57-54, one possession game. 55 seconds to go. Nokomis doesn't need to shoot. Dawson Townsend outside. Lawrence has one foul to give. Outside 3 for Carr. It's no good. Rebound. Nice goes down, and we're going to get a foul here. It's going to be on Lawrence. That's their last foul to give. Nokomis is over the limit, and a timeout called by Josh Grant.
That was a broken possession from Lawrence.
So that's the end of the game for Braden Davidson. He's also got 5, so he is gone. So off the bench is Brady Richards to check in.
And that last possession for Lawrence was just such a broken possession, and Curian finally got the ball. He came off a screen and hit a deep 3. Huge shot.
Huge for sure, but what are we looking at, 30 seconds or so there or something like that?
Did run a lot of time off the clock.
Took a lot of time. You've got to shoot the ball much quicker than that when you were down 6. You're 2 possessions down. Now you're 1 possession down. And inbounding situation here when we get ready to go again for Nokomis. 39.3 seconds left. The possession arrow belongs to the Warriors. Could be an important part of things here down the stretch as we get ready for the final 39.3 seconds. So Braden Davidson is fouled out. He's out. Seth Bowden has fouled out. That's obviously a huge loss. Not that Davidson isn't, but Seth Bowden has arguably been the best player on the floor today for Nokomis. He is certainly one of the clubhouse leaders for our Flagship Cinemas Score Player of the Game. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. It'll be Carr to put it into play with 39 seconds to go. Carr into Dawson Townsend. Townsend circles to the foul line. Back outside to Buck. Buck way out near midcourt, and a foul as Trevor Pellerin fouls Drew Grant. That will send him to the line. So Grant will shoot 2. We have a 1 possession game now. He can make it 2 with 1 free throw.
Chance to not totally kill this thing off, but
something pretty close.
Damper the hopes of the Bulldogs.
Shot is good. 2-possession game. 58-54. 27.9. Rolls in. 59-54. Got to get a quickie. Got to get Kurian open. He's coming around. Gets it. Stops, launches. No, that's air, and it's going to be out of bounds as Grant smartly lets it go out of play. Got a good spot up there, but left it short.
Yeah, double screen to get him open. He's fading away from the rim. Not the best look, but given the circumstances, not the worst.
About as good as you're going to get. Here's Grant, fouled in the backcourt by Preston Roy, and he'll go to the line. 11.9. That's what separates Nokomis in a split today. Dawson Moore going to come back in. Shot is no good. Moore will come in for Richards. Need the three-point shooter. One more for Drew Grant, the sophomore. Excuse me. Missed them both. Rebound, nice. Back outside to Grant. And now to Dawson Townsend, who's fouled. Nice with the offensive rebound, which is the dagger in the heart of the Lawrence Bulldogs.
Yeah, it really is. He got some luck with a couple of misses, and Nice just seals it for the Warriors on the glass. Townsend 4 for 5 from the line tonight. You got to think at least one here will put him to bed.
Dawson Townsend got it. 60-54. 7.1 seconds left. 61-54. In it goes to Littlefield. Got to shoot it. Pellerin does, and that is going to do it. So it'll be a split today here at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. The Lawrence girls won the first game over Nokomis. The Nokomis boys come back and win the second game. Final score in this one: the Nokomis Warriors 61 and the Lawrence Bulldogs 54. We'll come back with our post-game show, the final numbers, and our score player of the game. We'll do that after this on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder, or a farmer, or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you?
Mike Violet and Ryan Bell back here live post-game at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. Time for our fourth quarter breakdown. It's brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. A nip and tuck fourth quarter, to say the least. We went back and forth for quite a while in that quarter. Lawrence got their first lead since early in the first quarter. They went ahead 44-43, and man, we bounced around big time. But Lawrence had their last lead at 48-47, and since that time, they got outscored by a count of 14-3. That was the difference down the stretch, a 14-3 finish by the Nokomis Warriors, Ryan, as Lawrence just seemed to run out of gas. They really had to put a lot of effort into getting back into this ballgame. It took a lot. It does take a lot for Lawrence. They struggle at the offensive end, and they really had to fight like the Dickens to get back into this game. They did, took several leads in the fourth, but ran out of gas.
Yeah, they defended really well throughout that third quarter, and then it was just a late streak. It started with Seth Bowden, who had a number of buckets in a row, and then Townsend, after he fouled out, finished off the job. And you're right, I think Lawrence did just kind of run out of gas down the stretch. Townsend finished with 22, Bowden with 17, Kirian with 27 points, and we said he needed some help. He got a little bit with Preston Roy having 10, but it just wasn't quite enough for the Bulldogs to get over the hump.
Yeah, two players in double figures, but one of them with 27 and the other with 10. That's a huge differential. And again, Lawrence struggles at the offensive end, and Kirian is he's a streaky shooter. Most are, but he hit some shots early in this game. Hit a couple of threes in the first quarter. Lawrence ran out to a 6-0 lead. Their first 9 points all came on threes. And Merry Christmas to you. And they were in front 9-2. They had a 7-point lead, but like it happened most of the game, a comeback for Nokomis. They chipped away. They went on a 9-0 run and finished the quarter with that 9-0 run, led by a count of 15-9. Second quarter, though, Lawrence outscored them by a count of 13-12. Third quarter, 16-16, but that run down the stretch in the fourth quarter, that's, I think, the real sign that the Bulldogs ran out of gas as they were outscored 14-3. From the time it was 48-47, they got outscored 14-3. So, I mean, you don't need to see anything more than that. The first quarter, they played them well. Second quarter, played them even. Third quarter, played them even. Fourth quarter, played them even until about halfway through.
Yeah, and they just closed the gap. One thing Lawrence did well was shoot the free throws. They went 10 for 12 from the line, but Nokomis just had more trips. They went 14 for 22, and those misses didn't bite them. In the rebounding category, Lawrence, despite their smaller size, hung around. In the third quarter, were only out-rebounded by 22-21, and then the fourth quarter, I think, later on is where this discrepancy came from, but it was 30-26, so they were still within 4 on the glass.
Got the scoring summary?
The scoring summary for Nokomis: Townsend with 22, Bowden with 17, a couple other players, Carr and Nye, with 6. And then on the side of Lawrence, you mentioned Kirian with 27. It was Preston Roy with 10. Outside of that, Keegan Littlefield chipped in 8, and then there was a couple of 1, 2, and 3-point scores.
So Nokomis wins it, and they go to 4-1 on the season. Lawrence, or 5-1, excuse me. Lawrence, meanwhile, still looking for that first win, that elusive first win. This is probably one of the best chances they're ever going to have, and they just weren't able to have enough to get over the hump here down the stretch, and Nokomis able to pull away thanks to a 14-3 run down the stretch, and they win it by a score of 61-54. Correct?
Correct.
I got all right. I'll make sure I wrote the right final score down. They win it by a score of 61-54. We'll take another break and be back after this. More post-game show coming up on The Score.
Love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
You deserve a better credit card, offering rewards you can redeem for merchandise and a competitive low interest rate you can feel good about. Connected Credit Union has the perfect credit card to meet your needs and your budget. Go ahead, reward yourself today by applying online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, member eligibility required, subject to credit approval.
Coming up on The Score after the Christmas break, we're back at it on Friday night. We're actually right back here. Hamden Academy is at Lawrence. Game time is 6:30. Saturday the 28th, we have boys high school basketball, Erskine Academy at MCI. Then Monday, our final game of the year, it's girls hoop and Gardner as Lawrence takes on Gardner. Mr. Bell, we'll certainly hear from you again while you're home.
Yes, you will. I'll be around. I'll be out of town next week, but the week after I'll be back around and ready for action.
Good to have you back. So for Alan, for Ryan, for Ashley, and AJ, I'm Mike Violet saying so long from Folsom Gym in Fairfield. Final scores today in Game 1. The Lawrence girls beat Nokomis 61-40. Game 2, the Lawrence boys lose to Nokomis. The final there, 61-45. Merry Christmas to you and yours from all of us here at The Score.
You've been listening to a high school sports presentation on The Score, brought to you by these great local sponsors: Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, 201 Service Skowhegan, Flagship Cinemas, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service in Vassalboro, Assistance Plus, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, Kennebec Eye Care, Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, and by SBS Carbon Copy. Keep posted on what's coming up. Live video and audio of girls and boys high school hockey and basketball. All available at centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, and our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. The place for local sports is Sports Radio 1160, The Score.